Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Bainbridge High School. Because of the short amount of time we've had in the booth to set up, because of the long commute, we will not be able to do any pregame discussion today, but we will be presenting you guys with our weekly standard time interview, which we filmed on Wednesday of this week, right before practice. We hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you in just about 13 minutes now for kickoff. Thank you very much.
Good morning, guys. How y'all doing?
Great. How are you? Hey, congratulations, West Lawrence last Friday. It was a good one right there.
Our kids played really well. They were well prepared, and they played extremely well. It was a good football game. We beat a good football team.
Coach, first on this upcoming week, on the defensive side, you're going against a team that has nearly 400 all-purpose yards a game. What's the plan in terms of stopping them from the get-go?
Well, I don't know if you ever stop a team like Bainbridge. We've got to try to slow them down. They've got a running back who's rushed for 1,700 yards, and they've got a receiver who's caught balls 69 catches for 1,200 yards. So there's a lot of offense in those two fellas. So we've got to do a great job of not letting number 29, which is the running back, get loose on big plays. He's going to get some yards. And then number 2, which is the receiver, we got to do a good job of containing him. He's going to get some catches, but again, not letting him get a big play. Now you do that by executing the offense and keeping them off the field. That's really probably the best way. But our defensive guys have done a great job. Hopefully, we'll have another great practice today. But yes, they are a very explosive offense that scored a lot of points and gotten a lot of yards, so we certainly have got to find ways to slow them down.
One of the challenges of this week is just that we're not in school right now, so there's a bunch of people that are out on breaks and whatnot, and of course the whole team's here. But tell us about your schedule. What if you feel like it's going to affect it all, like how you're doing this week?
Well, any time that you have a change in your routine, and our guys are routine oriented, there is some concern, but our kids have done a great job. We started Monday with lifting, breakfast, film, and then practice. We did the exact same thing yesterday. Today we just no lifting today. We ate breakfast and then finishing up film work, and then we are going to go to practice. And what that does is that gives them the rest of the day off, but it got them all started early in the morning. We got them up moving. So today it's kind of like it's become routine. Now Monday was a little different, practicing in the morning. We don't normally do that. But by Wednesday, that's kind of been the norm. Thursday we'll have mass, and then we'll eat breakfast and go out and do a walkthrough, kind of the traditional thing that if you get to Thanksgiving, that's what we do. And then Friday, since we're on the road, we're going to be up pretty early, 7 a.m. to stretch, eat breakfast, pack, and then we're going to head out about 9. We're going to go down about halfway and stop, let them stretch the legs, eat a snack, get back in the bus, we're going to stop at Cairo High School, which is right next to Bainbridge, and meet, let them stretch the legs, do all of our pregame stuff, eat our pregame meal there, and then we'll load up and go about 30 miles into Bainbridge.
Coach, on the lighter side, is there any concern that the players might eat too much the day before the game?
All joking aside, that is something that you're a little concerned about. So that's why even if we were at home, they would come in on Friday morning and we would stretch them and kind of run them around a little bit just to kind of get the blood flowing, because if we let them stay in bed all day, knowing that I had teenagers of my own, they would stay in bed all day, and I probably would have done the same thing as a teenager. They would be pretty lethargic, so that's why we're getting them up, moving around. So yeah, there's a little concern that they might be in a turkey coma come Friday morning, so we're going to make sure that we are moving around.
Could you respond to any of the rumors and whispers going around that Chris McNulty might be available to play on Friday?
Chris McNulty will be available to play on Friday. He has, well, first of all, in order to overcome the type of injuries that Chris has suffered, his knee injuries, which were not, they're bad, but they're not catastrophic like the ACL that we've had of a couple of our players. By the way, Harrison Bernhardt had his surgery this week, and went well. He's in a lot of pain. Chris Benjamin's surgery went well last week. He's in a lot of pain still. But so those two guys, are going to be okay. Chris is a tough young man, and when he got hurt in the first playoff game, we pretty much thought he was going to be done for the season. But wasn't as bad, still bad, and of course he was out all last week. But this week he started working, and he was in practice full speed yesterday. So yes, that won't be a rumor. That's the truth. Unless something crazy happens between now and Friday, he'll play on Friday. So we're excited, and his leadership is very key to our success.
Coach, also something that we've been wondering is, last year, as you got into the later games, especially with Woodward, the passing game really made a big difference. How have you prepared your team this year for those big moments?
We work on the passing game every day in practice, and when it's needed, I think we're able to execute it, and it will be big. It could be very big this Friday. This past week, we only threw one pass. It was pretty big because it was on our second possession, and we had gone backwards, and we had third and about 30, and we ran a little play that we've run many times before. Michael Bresnan did a great job running a great route. We had good pass protection, and Reed Egan, true to form, knew what to do and got the ball to him. So, and that it was big because we ended up scoring, going up 14-0 at that point. Something that we've got to be ready, to execute is the play action passing game and the third down passing game if we're getting long yardage. So we have certainly not neglected that in practice. I guess we're holding out our trick plays for in case we need them. So it'll be a surprise for whoever our opponent is. So, but it will become bigger as we get later into the playoff picture, no doubt. I do want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving, and for all of our supporters, to you guys, y'all do a great job, and I appreciate y'all coming in on y'all's day off to come and do this interview. I'm thankful for our players and our team and our coaches. It's been a pleasure to work with those guys this year, and for the seniors their entire time here. They're a very special group, and we just like to try to take this thing one more week. So, but I just want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving and express our gratitude to all of our fans and our parents and our supporters. It's what makes St. Pius special.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Bainbridge High School Stadium. We are just about 6 minutes away now from kickoff between the Bainbridge Bearcats and the St. Pius Golden Lions, traveling down the long 4 or so hour drive from St. Pius.
Yeah, that sure was a long drive coming up here. It nearly took us 4.5 hours, leaving around 2 and arriving at about 6:40. So, and not just that, but the turnout we have here, it's amazing. It just shows you how dedicated the fans are to this school.
Yeah, I got a lot of St. Pius folks out here tonight. Of course, cannot match the Bainbridge side of the stadium. They really showed out tonight. Looks like they brought just about the entire town with them, Trip.
Not just that, but also their aunts and uncles and grandparents. Everybody showed out tonight. I wouldn't be surprised to see the town mayor come out and give a speech.
Seriously, this is a big game for the Bearcats. The last time they made it to the third round was in 2007. That year they lost in the third round to Tucker High School, who was defeated by Northside. And then Northside went on to win the state championship that year. So yeah, Bearcats, it's been a little while since they've been this far in the playoffs. They're looking for a victory. This is their very first, I think, undefeated season of all time. Trip. They've had a great year with a couple of incredible athletes. Here come the Golden Lions now, approaching, coming onto the field, leading the charge. Nikki Williamson, Griffin Thomas, Anderson Bentley, some senior leaders, John Evan Lauder, Payne Welchel. The list goes on. But yeah, Coach Jeff Littleton came to the school just 5 or so years ago, and he's really led a big charge. A lot. He's had several winning seasons the past couple years, and building up to this 12-0 season.
Well, Joe, something you mentioned is that Bainbridge hasn't been in this position a lot, but this is now the 5th year in a row that Pius has made it this far in the playoffs. Really, just the consistency. No, it really just is a testament to their consistency and how well they've been playing over the course of the past few years. And I really think a lot of that is because obviously of Coach Standard of his making, and In fact, they haven't missed the playoffs except for once since he came to the school.
Yeah, Coach Tanner definitely has had a huge impact on this team. So, the Bearcats lining up behind their massive inflatable Bearcat over on the far left side of the field. I don't know if we're going to be able to see that real quick. I would really love if we could get a shot of the Bearcat.
It looks as if they're blowing out some fake fog over there. Really adds to the effect.
There it is. That is the Bearcat y'all are seeing right now. Very impressive, very, very inflatable. Gold and purple are the colors for the Bearcats. They're going to be wearing black jerseys and gold helmets tonight, it looks like. Gold and Lions, white jerseys, gold pants, and gold helmets.
You know, this might be going off on a tangent here, but I really think Pius has some of the most classic uniforms of any team that we played. A lot of people go outlandish, and they'll have these different uniforms that don't really work for them. But you know, Pius, they stick with some good colors, just a nice white, a soft gold, or the dark navy, and it just really any uniform they wear just seems to work for them.
The captains are meeting out on the field now for Golden Lions. We have captain senior quarterback Reed Egan, Chris Benjamin, number 55, who was, we thought, injured out for the season, but who is back wearing a knee brace, and Brennan Garrison, number 10, and Michael Bresnan, number 12. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. That's Chris McNulty out on the field. I'm sorry, not Chris Benjamin. Yeah, like we said, 2 weeks ago, he went down with what we thought was a season-ending injury. But he was able to practice the last week with a brace and is going to be playing and starting for the Golden Lions tonight at the offensive guard position.
Yeah, I just think all of us are hoping that he doesn't incur another injury this week. But it really just shows how determined he is to help this team out. And when you're standing on the sidelines, you can give moral support, but there's nothing like standing next to your brother on the line, backing him up and having him know that you're there to help him out. And Chris McNulty really is one of the best players on this team at his position as a guard. He really has the pull perfected. He can get outside and block the guy every time. He's just a force that's got to be reckoned with.
Captains tonight for the Bearcats, we have number 2, Tyler Story, number 15, Trey Stubbs, number 57, Calvin Isom, and number 75, John Kirkus. 2 offensive linemen and 2 special teams players. So Bearcats now getting ready over on the sideline. Golden Lions prepared to break through their own banner as the Bainbridge Stadium side increases even more, if you'd believe that. It's nearly full to capacity right now. Very loud, and those are some impressive back handsprings we're seeing out of some cheerleaders down on the field. Bearcats definitely have a lot of spirit tonight. Yeah,
this team's just so excited to make it this far, and obviously they're hoping to get all the way to the state championship, just like the Golden Lions. And you know, I think this is a good awakening for the Golden Lions. They've gotten used to playing on their home turf, and to come out somewhere like this, I think it's good preparation for them if they were to win for the state championship, where they're not in their home turf. Yeah, which is what they got used to last year in the playoffs, playing every single solitary round of the playoffs at home.
Yeah. Aside from playing at the Dome, this is the first time the Golden Lions have been playing an away game in the playoffs since 2013, Trip, if that helps you guys see. Golden Lions breaking through their banner now, heading towards the sideline. It looks like the Bearcats have elected to receive the kick to start the game off. So Golden Lions will receive in the second half, but Nick Jones will be kicking off momentarily. Looks like number 17, Dalvin Spivey, is deep to receive the kick. Also, number 29, a guy you're going to see a lot out of tonight, Damian Pierce. Damian Pierce, definitely a star running back on this team. A guy who's carried the ball over 250 times this season, 259 to be exact, for over 1,700 yards and 31 touchdowns. Put that in perspective, Trip. He's got more touches than Lawson Cooper and Reed Egan, our top 2 running backs, or rushers, combined, and has got more touchdowns than Reed, Lawson, and Grant Holloman combined. That's insane.
Yeah, that's something that the Lions are going to have to watch out for. Is this is a high-scoring team. They can't let them get off to a good start, and if they do, they're going to have a lot of work to make up, because once this team is rolling, they'll just keep on putting points on the board. So they're going to have to come out with an early stop, and the defense has been pretty good the past few weeks, but they're going to have to watch out for that rush game, stifle up the middle, and really hold in the outsides. Don't allow any big runs.
Nick Jones making the approach to kick the ball off first time of the night. It's going to be returnable. That'll be Spivey taking it at the 5-yard line. He's breaking right up the middle. He's got some serious speed. Finally chased down, and he's still up, but he'll be finally stopped about the 42-yard line. Explosive speed right up the middle. He found a gap and exploited it as the Bearcats prepare for their first offensive drive with some good field position.
Yeah, I don't know what the call was there. It didn't look like Nick Jones went all at it. So surprised that he came up short.
Especially with some serious offensive threats in that returning backfield. You would really expect them to be going for touchbacks every single kick.
Now they got good field position at the 42-yard line. Only need a 58-yard drive to get to the end zone.
Playing quarterback for the Bears, we got Brett McLaughlin, a junior, passing for about 50% this season. He's going to take it in the backfield. He's going to toss it off to Story for the first pass of the night. He's going to be dragged down just a couple yards past the line of scrimmage, about 3 yards in, but there's going to be a flag down on the play. It might be a horse collar tackle. I'm not sure. We'll see momentarily.
It's going to be on the offense.
There we go.
Looks as if it was a holding. That's going to bring the ball back another 10 or so yards. Let's see where they mark it. Yeah, it looks as if it's about right from the line of scrimmage. So this one's going to go back 10 yards to the 32-yard line.
You know, despite the foul, it's going to be a repeated first down, but that first play from the goal lines on defense looks pretty solid, you know. Tyler Story, a top wide receiver for their team, has got 69 receptions on the season already with 8 touchdowns. He's the top receiver easily. Being able to stop him for short yardage is impressive. Got 3 receivers split on the left, 1 on the right. That's Story on the right. McLaughlin's in the shotgun. He's going to take the snap there. He's going to toss it again to Story. He's going to block the first tackle, and he's going to run for some extra yards. Finally taken down about 5 yards past the original line of scrimmage at the 48-yard line. That was Olin Broadway finally dragging him out of bounds.
Yeah, Story is pumped up for tonight, and he's definitely going to be one of their biggest threats. They got to contain the outside. They want any chance at winning this game. I expect to see them probably run the ball after having passed it twice now.
McLaughlin, number 11, going to take it in the shotgun again, and that's going to be handed to Pierce going around the left side for his first carry of the night. He's got some speed, and he's going to break through several tackles before he's finally dropped about 5 yards past the first down marker. He'll move the chains for the Bearcats, bring the ball out to about the 43-yard line.
You know, something that really hasn't been a factor most of the season is momentum. It always seems like a good Pius crowd shows up, and there's the other team's crowd really doesn't seem to daunt them. But tonight, Bainbridge has really showed up, and they're going to have to gain some momentum on their side just to silence the other crowd.
McLaughlin again in the shotgun. He'll take the snap, and it's going to Pierce around the left side again. He's got more room, finally dragged down. Another first down for the sophomore running back. Said Tripp, this guy dominates the carries. Next closest running back has only got 64 carries as opposed to now 261. That
Story
64
and
carries coming from, Malik Pate, a junior.
Yeah, Story and Pierce are going to have to work together tonight, and Pius going to have to work against them.
Yeah, pass to the right side. He's got an open Pierce. He's going to dive for the reception, but it looks like he's going to be out of bounds. Was unable to get his feet down. Great reception, though, however. He grabbed that one and bring it down. That'll bring up a 2nd and 10 for the Bearcats. All scary over on the right side because Story did break his coverage. Nicky Williamson tried his best to stick on him, but he had some serious speed coming around the right side. And it was a very well-thrown ball from the junior quarterback.
Well, the ball was a little overthrown, but if that had been maybe a foot further over, that would have been stopped just about 2 or 3 yards outside of the goal line.
Pierce with the carry again around the left side. He's going to get hit behind the line of, not behind the line of scrimmage, but for a pickup maybe 2 or 3 yards, dragged down by several Golden Lions. Bring up a 3rd down for the Bearcats. It's like that ball will be placed behind the line of scrimmage, about 2 yards, so 3rd and 12.
So their longest yardage situation this on the 3rd down so far.
Well, first 3rd down of the night. 3 receivers split on the right, 1 on the left. Story is split off to the left. We have Pierce in the backfield of McLaughlin. Taking the snap in the shotgun is going to Pierce around the left side. He's got blocks. He's got a big hole. He's going to be pushed out of bounds. Looks like he's going to be short of a first down.
You know, this far and this early in the game, trying to gain momentum, I won't be surprised for them to go for the 4th down conversion.
I mean, we've seen them really picking up consistent yardage on every single play. There's a flag down on the field. I think it might be a holding. There seem to be some dangerous blocks over on that left side, creating the hole for Pierce. We'll see what the referees call in just a couple moments.
Yeah, you know, when you're in a game with this much emotion, people don't realize it, but you'll make some pretty serious holdings on the line, and people don't think about how the emotion affects the game, but when you get mad at the guy on the other side of the line, you'll start to grab more, and it just becomes evident to the referees the more emotion you put into it. So they're gonna have to watch out for that tonight.
Was a holding call called against the Bearcats, which made a long 3rd and 15. 25 for the Bearcats, their longest situation of the night. McLaughlin in the backfield. Story split out on the right side, the bottom of the screen. McLaughlin's looking for him. He's going to pump fake and toss it to Story. He's in some trouble, and he's not going to be able to make that catch. It was overthrown. Got some great coverage from Michael Bresnan and Grant Holloman. Bring up a long 4th down for the Bearcats.
Yeah, they're going to probably have to punt this one away. 4th and
25.
25.
3.
23 yards. Potato, potato.
Number 10, the punter. That's Clark Wiggins in.
He's punting to number 10, Brendan Garrison.
Well, there we go.
Who's standing about on the 10-yard line.
Goal line's blocked. That one is going to be picked up by Nikim Njoku, number 31, to the 10-yard line. He's going all the way into the end zone for a Golden Lions touchdown on the blocked kick. 6 points up on the board. The defensive special teams play.
Joe, I think that's one of the first defensive touchdowns that we've had in over 6 or 7 games.
Yeah, Trip. Wow, you know, we could see they were putting pressure on that kicker. They wanted to get to him. They saw they only had 2 players back playing defense, and so they rushed 4 or 5 people, and there was just no way they're going to be able to get him on. Nikim Njoku was right there to get his hands up in the way of that punt and then scoop it up afterwards. He got the block and the touchdown.
Yeah, no surprise, just the speed we know he has. Going to state last year for track, he really's got some legs on him.
Nick Jones in to kick the extra point, and that's up, and that is good. He missed his very first extra point last week, and it was blocked, but none of that tonight. Golden Lions go up 7-0 with 10 minutes and 8 seconds left in the quarter following the blocked punt and subsequent return.
Yeah, Joe, I think this week the one security that the Lions are going to have is they're not going to have to go up against a defensive line that they know can block the kick every single time. Last week, playing against Ridgeland, there was about 4 or 5 times where they came within inches of blocking the kick, and then finally they did. Causing Nick Jones to miss his first PAT of the entire season.
That was a great moment down on the sideline just earlier. Nikim Njoku and Ransom Klinger. Nikim's wearing Ransom's number tonight. Klinger out for the season after an injury in the 2nd or 3rd game of the year. But a really great moment between them two, just hugging it out. He was so proud of Nikim, a young player, but he's really stepped up and showed his potential, as we've said, and especially in that play right there. Nick Jones preparing now to kick it away once again to the Bearcats. Spivey and Pierce deep to receive. That one's again short. It's to the left, and it's going to bounce out of bounds. We've seen that a couple times this year from Nick Jones, and it's really at the exact same place it generally goes out, just about the 2 or 3 yard line. So that's going to be a 10 or so yard penalty out from the 20-yard line.
Yeah, that's it's been happening a lot more recently for Nick Jones. I don't know if he's trying to avoid giving them the option of running the ball back, but clearly has the length on his leg to get it to the back of the end zone. But yeah, as you said, this is about the third or so time in the past 2 weeks that that's happened to Nick.
Again, giving the Bearcats pretty good field position following the, well, actually, it looks like Excuse me, yeah, the penalty is going to bring they're going to re-kick the ball, and it looks like it's going to bring the ball back to the 35-yard line, so it plays 5 yards behind where it's normally kicked from.
It's interesting. I've never seen a team select that option.
Well, what's going to open up is some really great return opportunities for their deep players. We saw on the last return that Spivey was really able to break open a hole and was taken down just in the last second of the last line of defense.
Yeah, I bet they're just going to try to avoid Damian Pierce on this one. Don't want to give him even the option of returning this ball.
Only one return for a touchdown against the Golden Lions thus far on the season, I'm pretty sure. Nick Jones in, making his approach. It's going to be a pooch off to the right side. It's going to be caught at the 20-yard line. Crossing the field is number 12. He's going to be hit by Nicky Williamson and dragged down by a couple other Golden Lions. That was Elijah Tyler on the return. Bring the ball out to the 38 or 37-yard line.
So electing that option was only worth about 2 or so more yards.
Bearcats will take it from there with a 1st and 10. Their last possession ended in that blocked punt.
Yeah, they got to gain some momentum here. That'll really get on your mind when you see somebody stifle your offense like that, and then not only to do that and then block your punt and run it back for a touchdown.
McLaughlin taking a snap in the shotgun, and he's going to hand it to Pierce, bouncing around the left side, who's going to run into a herd of Golden Lions and stop for about a pickup of 5. Ball's going to be at the 41-yard line. Another thing, Tripp, is the Bearcats' offense has basically been on the field the entire really only 3 minutes of the game thus far, but they've run several plays by now, and if the Golden Lions are able to keep them working and tire out this offense, and they've got a much better chance at holding them later in the game.
Well, I think what Pius is going to have to do is to leave their offense on the field more. They really haven't seen any action thus far. And
Story with the reception, and it looks like it's going to be fumbled. They're going to give him the catch. It was fallen on by some Golden Lions. We're going to see if they call that an incomplete. Yeah, they're going to say that was an incomplete pass. I agree with that call, I got to say.
Yeah,
Story really had no time to possess that ball. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and 5 as opposed to a turnover for the Golden Lions. But still, heads-up play and a great hit from Winston Ostricker coming around the right side, not letting Story get anything on that.
You know, I feel like Winston Ostricker is definitely one of the unrecognized players on this team who really has helped them so much. He's also an all-region player for Pius, along with a number of other guys, but one of the leading tacklers, and he's done a great job this season.
Glofton looking for a pass to the left side, and that'll be caught by Story at the 49-yard line. That'll be enough for the 1st down. Like we were saying, yeah, the Golden Lions have several all-region for 4A players this year. On offense, Chris McNulty, Chad Nelson, Eric Long, and Reed Egan. On defense, Winston Ostricker, Ben Garrison, Nick Jones is a kicker, and Grant Holloman.
Actually, Joe, it looks as if that was caught by number 6, Andre Jackson.
Excuse me.
A junior wide receiver.
Ball's placed at just behind the 41-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Bearcats, picking up that 1st down on the pass. 2 receivers on the left, 2 on the right. McLaughlin's going to toss it to a screen pass on the left side. He's going to try to run up the sideline about 6 yards or so on the carry before pulled out of bounds. That was number, can't really see who that was on the reception. Maybe number 23, I believe, Tyler McGee.
Looks as if that's Zion McGee.
Zion McGee. Excuse me.
You know, Joe, something that I've noticed is that Bainbridge seems to do really well on 1st and 2nd downs, but if they get stuck with a 3rd down, they kind of slow down and don't react as quickly off the ball. So I think their offensive plan is to avoid those situations.
2nd and 4 for the Bearcats. 3 receivers split out on the right, and it's going to go around the left side of Pierce. Going to run into a wall of Golden Lions. Will be stopped just shy of a 1st down. We'll be 3rd and 1, it looks like.
Well, if they can pick up the consistent yardage that they have done so far, they'll surely get this 1st down.
We have seen mistakes on 3rd down thus far. 2 3rd downs resulting in holding penalties, I believe. I'm bringing them back. So 3rd and 1 for the Bearcats, looking to continue their drive. Want to put points up on the board. They're in Golden Lions territory at the 42-yard line. McGee McLaughlin's in the shotgun. Take a snap there. He's going to pitch it out the left side. Pierce on the carry. He's going to pick up the first down, but not much more than that, maybe another yard or so. Ball's going to be placed at the 39-yard line. Golden Lions have done a pretty good job thus far of containing Pierce to just, under 5 or so yards on each carry. And a guy who's picking up 7+ yards average per carry, that's a good thing to do.
Yeah, he really is one of those breakaway runners, and if they can hold him to the outside and stop him there, they'll be fine. But if they allow any slippage into coverage, he's a player that can definitely break away for a quick touchdown.
2 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. McLaughlin, shotgun. He's going to hand it to Pierce coming around the left side off tackle. He's going to dive forwards, pick up about 5 yards. Yeah, really every single statistic you see for Dameon Pierce is incredibly impressive. He's got 9 games with over 100 yards of rushing. He averages 144 rushing yards per game. 31 touchdowns, as we said earlier, 6.7 yards per carry. On paper, he's absolutely incredible.
Yeah, he sounds basically like a mix between Lawson Cooper and Grant Hallman. He has the size of Lawson Cooper, but the speed of Grant Hallman, and the vision of Reed Egan. He really he knows his way around the field, but right now it looks as if Pius is doing a good job of containing him.
1 receiver on the left, 1 on the right. Pierce again on the carry, taking it right up the middle. He's got a big hole. He's going to get past the second line of defense, and he's going to break through another tackle, finally dragged down about the 4-yard line. A great carry from the sophomore, breaking 3 or 4 tackles. That's going to bring a 1st and goal up for the Bearcats at the 7-yard line. Eric Long coming in as we bring in a 6-man defensive front, and we commonly do near the goal line. That was the first time the Golden Lions have let Dameon Pierce really break free, and we see the results. Pierce is in the backfield. Story split out on the left side. In the shotgun, it's going to be given to number 6 on the carry.
That's Andre Jackson, a wide receiver who had a reception earlier.
That was number 8, Malik Pate on that carry. 65th carry on the season. It's going to be dropped for a pickup of a couple yards. Ball's going to be at the 5-yard line. 2nd and goal still for the Bearcats halfway through the first quarter of play. McLaughlin taking all his snaps in the shotgun. He's going to Pierce on the left side. He's got some blocks in a hole, but he's going to be taken down before he breaks through the end zone, about the 2-yard line, bringing up a short 2nd down and goal for the Bearcats.
Yeah, the reason I think Dameon Pierce doesn't seem to get as much yardage as up the middle is that he's more of an upright runner, and when he's running through a hole, instead of getting low, he tends to stand up a little bit more. That's why he also can break away pretty well.
Pitch to Pierce on the left side, trying to push forward for a touchdown, and it looks like he might have gotten it. They're going to place him just shy of the goal line, however. So 4th and inches for the Bearcats now. That play ate up an entire minute of clock. 4th and inches. Bearcats looking to put some points up on the board here. McLaughlin has 2 quarterback sneaks into the end zone for touchdowns. Looks like it's going to be his 3rd, diving over the line of scrimmage. Bearcats put up 6 points following the QB dive over the line of scrimmage.
Despite the score there, that was a great defensive stand by the Golden Lions. We haven't seen many of those this year so far, but that sure was a great one there. And I think they've gotten better at them as the year's gone on. Not really allowing anyone to break through holes up the middle, of course. The only throw would be around the outside for them in that situation.
Extra point is up, and it is wide left. It's going to be no good. The kicker, number 38, that is Blake Green. So Golden Lions still lead by 1 following the missed point after attempt. 7-6 with 4 minutes 45 seconds left. Golden Lions looking to receive the ball and have their first offensive drive of the night.
Yeah, Joe, something that I think has also led to Pius's incredible success over the last 4 or so years is the number of great kickers that have come through Pius, starting with Thomas O'Leary, then followed up by Michael Matthews, and this year with Nick Jones. They've all been accurate and pretty long, to say the least. All incredible kickers, whether it's punting or attempting at field goals. They've all had pretty good stats, not to mention nearly 100% of PATs made by Nick Jones, as well as the fact that he hasn't missed a kick since the Woodward game, except for last week. That was his first missed kick in the PAT that was blocked. But other than that, he's had a nearly perfect season.
Yeah, kicking the ball away for the Bearcats is number 63, a senior, Evan Oldacre. Deep to receive is number 23, Griffin Thomas. That's going to soar into the end zone for a touchback, however, so the Golden Lions are going to take the ball at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, that's what we've been expecting out of Nick Jones so far, but Evan Oldacre beats him to the punch.
Golden Lions looking for their first offensive drive of the night. Griffin Thomas is going to be a wide receiver, splitting out to the right side. Running backs are Grant Holloman and Ryan Walsh. Ryan Walsh with an incredible game last week, putting up 3 rushing touchdowns and 104 yards of rushing offense. Egan's going to take snap and he's going to go to Holloman around the right side, who's going to pick up just a couple yards before dragged down by the ankles.
Joe, the style of offense that the Golden Lions run, I think is going to really stifle the crowd on the other side. Bainbridge, I don't think they're as used to how slow Pius goes, only attempting to get 3 or 4 yards a carry.
It's just a little bit shy of those 3 or 4 on that one, just pick up of 2. So 2nd and 8 for the Golden Lions. Reed Egan under center. We got 2 tight ends in the game, Brooks Amoroso and John Evan Lauder. Going to be pitched around the right side to Ryan Walsh, who's going to get a block, and he's going to take ball out all the way to the 29-yard line before he's finally dropped. So we're going to have a short 3rd down for the Golden Lions. So 3rd and 1 for the Golden Lions here. You know, the Golden Lions have no fear of 3rd down situations, as they pride themselves in a very consistent offense that can pick up at least 2 or 3 yards per carry, as Tripp was just saying.
Yeah, no question about that. If they just give it to Lawson Cooper, even to Grant Holloman, as we've seen recently, and they send it up the middle, it's going to be successful.
Going to be Walsh on the carry, going to power it through the line of scrimmage, pick up about 3 yards and a 1st down, senior running back. And yeah, something got to say about Lawson Cooper, a guy who's got no negative yards on the season, not a single one, never stopped for a loss, always making it at least back to the line of scrimmage. Something that he might have to face tonight is that the Bearcats defense has 84 tackles for a loss in the season, 17 of which came last week against Griffin. So they've definitely got that capability. Leading that is the Sam linebacker number 4, Karinsky Williams. Egan's going to keep it around the right side. He's got some blocks bumping it even farther out. Stiff arm all the way out to the 40-yard line. Great offensive run from the senior quarterback. Yeah, about 2 yards short of a 1st down.
Yeah, he was getting chased down there by number 28, Lerone Broadnax. One of their linebackers did a great job just extending that play and getting nearly 8 yards on the carry.
So a short 2nd down for the Golden Lions, 2nd and about 1.5. Golden Lions still have 2 tight ends in the game. Excuse me, no longer 2 tight ends. Garrett Gooden's going to come out, split out to the left. Bainbridge is 6 or so guys down on the line. Egan's going to try to keep it, but he's going to get back just about to the line of scrimmage before being taken down. Serious pressure coming from the defense on that one, led by number 32, Jordan Martin.
Yeah, that was a good call by Egan. It's possible that if he had thrown it a little bit earlier and given it to Ryan Walsh, he could have gotten some pretty good yards there, but he was surrounded by 3 guys, and throwing that ball up in the air could have resulted in a fumble behind the line, which
First tackle for a loss of the night for the Bearcats, excuse me. 3rd and 3 for the Golden Lions now. That's going to go to Lawson Cooper right up the middle. Excuse me, no, pitched around the right side. Ryan Walsh, who's going to not pick up the first down, it looks like, just shy. There's going to be a flag down on the field.
Yeah, it looks as if he cut under him, and
I don't know if they can call it on that tackle, though. There's going to be a holding against the Golden Lions there on the outside. Yeah, Chip, they can't call a penalty on a tackle that was low, unfortunately, in high school. So that's going to bring the ball backwards 10 yards from the spot of the foul at the 42-yard line, so about the 32, it looks like. Unless, of course, the Bearcats decide to decline that one. Looks like they will. There's going to be a 4th and a yard or so for the Golden Lions. Or not. We're going to see if he's going to pick the ball up now. No, he's not.
No, wait.
I'm confused.
It looks as if they're going. It looks as if it is going to be a 4th down, and the punting team is going to come out. This will be a great time to see one of those fake punts that Coach Terrence has up his sleeves. But this early in the game, I don't think we're going to see that.
Yeah, we have seen one earlier in the season that did turn out well, but Nick Jones is in to punt the ball away. A great season of punting thus far. Number 2, Tyler Story, is back to receive the punt. He's been receiving all season for the Bearcats. It's going to be snapped to Reed Egan, who's going to run around the right side. He's going to dive around some defenders, spin move. He's going to pick up the first down, pushed backwards. They're going to give him the forward progress all the way out to the 44-yard line. Looks like Trip Koenig called that one. Took the direct snap and has carried it around the right side. Made some athletic moves, just enough to pick up the first down.
Yeah, Joe, you know what was the great thing about that is he kept extending it, and some guy had his ankle, and he just kept jumping forward.
Yeah, he was stopped originally behind the line, but he put all he had into it. He knew that he had to pick up just a yard or two more. So that's going to be great by first down for the Golden Lions following a fake punt attempt. Brendan Garrison split on the left side, number 10. Egan is under center. Ryan Walsh and Grant Holloman running backs, with Lawson Cooper at the fullback position. He's going around the right side of Holloman, who's going to pick up a yard or so before being taken down, trying to find some space on the outside, but there is some serious pressure from the defense. So a long second down for the Golden Lions, now 2nd and 9. 55 seconds left in the quarter. Bringing 2 receivers in now for the Golden Lions. Griffin Thomas and Garrett Gooden both split out on the left side. That's Gooden down at the bottom of the screen. Egan under center. He snap, and he's going to keep it, pitch it. No, but he's going to fumble. He's going to drop it before he's able to get it, and Grant Holloman's going to make the play and dive on it. But that's going to be a big loss for the Golden Lions. Bring up a long 3rd down as the quarter ticks down to 0. Looks like it's probably going to be the last play of the quarter. So unable to get the pitch off in time. A costly mistake there for the Golden Lions. We're going to be a very long 3rd down. As the first quarter winds down to 0, when we prepare to switch the sides. Golden Lions leading by 1 point, 7-6 here in Bainbridge.
Yeah, I believe that was the first mistake by Reed Egan this season so far in terms of a failed pitch attempt. There have been some pitches that have ended up being fumbled by running backs. I think Kim Njoku struggled a little bit earlier on in the season keeping the pitch in, but he's worked on that and he's gotten better. But they really brought their defense in on that one, and now Pius has a long 3rd and 17. So I wouldn't be surprised to see them attempt to pass the ball here.
Well, thus far in the first quarter, it looks like Bainbridge has had a better go at it offensively, really having some drive. Some Golden Lions stopped them one time, but their other drive, again, there was some good defensive plays, but unable to stop them before they got the touchdown. Golden Lions struggling a little bit on offense, it seems. They've picked up a first down or two, but also were forced to fake a punt to pick up another fourth down conversion, and now have got a very long third down situation facing them when the second quarter commences.
This is going to be a tough one. 3rd and 17, and they haven't thrown the ball once thus far. As we saw last week, though, they have had some success on long passes as they completed to Michael Bresnahan, and also earlier in the year, saw that great pass to Grant Holloman.
We got 3 receivers, and Grant Holloman playing one of the receivers on the left side with Michael Bresnahan. Lawson Cooper's going to take it right at the middle, but he's going to get nothing on that one. There's a 4 or 5 Bearcats right there ready to stop him. So that's going to bring up a long punt for the Golden Lions. Ball's at the 37-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know if giving that one to Lawson Cooper was the call, but Coach Turner is the one calling the plays out there, so it looks as if it's going to be long 4th down. McJones can surely get this one inside the 20.
They're looking to block that one, but he's going to get it off in time. It's a very high-hanging punt all the way down to the 26 or so yard line before bouncing. A great bounce for the Golden Lions down to about the 9-yard line or so. So that's it within the 20-yard line for Nick Jones, his 15th or 16th on the season in that regard. We would like to apologize to you guys real quick. We know that you guys are experiencing some really bad buffering. We're very far away from y'all, and our electronics aren't working as well as they normally are. So we would like you guys to know that if you guys can hear us, that you guys can watch on demand later after the game has aired tomorrow morning. If you guys are unable to watch tonight, but please do stick around. Hopefully we'll get it all sorted out, and you guys will be able to watch with us live as the Bearcats take the ball from their 11-yard line, 1st and 10. McLaughlin in the shotgun. It's going to go to Piercer on the right side. He's being chased, and he's going to pick up just about a yard before being taken down by some Golden Line defenders. Leading that tackle was number 2, Winston Ostricker.
Yeah, he really didn't get much on that at all. I think probably his shortest run of the night. Pius going to have to stifle them, give the ball back to their offense, because the Bearcats are surely an offensive team that can run away with it. And with the Golden Lions offense performing as it is right now, they're going to need some help.
2nd and 9 for the Bearcats, and Pierce is going to take it again, trying to get up the middle. Dodging around some defenders, but stopped up just about at the line of scrimmage. Taken down again. Pickup of maybe another yard on that one, but not much more. So bring up a long 3rd down for the Bearcats. Will Vermeulen led the charge on that tackle, the defensive end, the junior. It's like 3rd and 8 now for the Bearcats.
Yeah, a situation that they're not very comfortable with, but wouldn't be surprised to see them try to get this one out to Tyler Story on the outside.
You see him, he's 2nd from the bottom on the screen on the left side. McLaughlin's looking to him and tossing, and he's going to be a diving catch, but he's not able to pull it in. It's going to fall incomplete, so bring up a long 4th down for the Bearcats, and most likely a punting situation. 4th and 8 at the 13-yard line. Great defensive stand there by the Golden Lions.
And not only that, but, Bainbridge isn't a team that's really going to try to surprise you with much. They basically go to their 2 main guys, Damian Pierce and Tyler Story. Don't really try to trick you into thinking they're going to throw it to anyone else. I think tonight, every single solitary target has been to Tyler Story, and nearly every rush has been Damian Pierce, besides 2 or 3 on each of those, and the punt is up.
So low short punt is going to bounce about the 42-yard line. Make a nice bounce for the Bearcats past the 50-yard line all the way down to about the 48. Golden Lions will take it from there with 9 minutes and 38 seconds left in the half. Griffin Thomas going to be the receiver in on the play. It looks like Holloman and Walsh will remain to be the running backs. They had to punt it away last time. other games going on tonight in 4A. There's just 3. Woodward, number 1 ranked team in our 4A division, playing Marist, number 6, in College Park tonight. Buford is hosting Thompson, and Cartersville, undefeated, is hosting Jonesboro. Woodward, Cartersville, and Bainbridge are the only undefeated teams left in 4A. Egan under center. Cooper's going to take that one. Excuse me, no, it looks like he kept by Egan around the outside and pick up maybe 1.5 yards on that one before being taken down. So a short pickup for the senior quarterback is going to be placed at the 49-yard line.
Pius just needs a few good plays. Haven't really had anything going on their offense so far. The only points they got on the board were a return from a blocked punt. So they really need to get their offense moving.
Nicky Williamson split on the right side along with Brennan Garrison. Egan's going to pitch it to Grant Holloman, who's got a little bit of room, but he's going to be taken down hard under the knees, and looks like there might be a holding call on the outside. Ball would have come out to about the 48-yard line, but we'll see where they place it following the penalty flag. That'll be a face mask call. Looks like personal foul against the Bearcats. So it's going to bring up a first down for the Golden Lions. They're going to walk the ball forward 15 yards from the penalty. Looks like it was at the 49-yard line. So all the way, 15-yard penalty. So all the way to the 39-yard line, the ball will be placed there.
So a good break for the Lions, but
4-yard line, excuse me.
It's a good break for the Lions, but they're going to need to get something going. They still have struggled to pick up hardly any yardage with their offense.
Michael Bresnahan and Garrett Gooden both split out on the right side. Egan again under center. He's going to go to Cooper up the middle. He's tripped up as he's trying to break free, and he's going to pick up about 4 on the carry. Bring the ball out to we're going to give him a good spot, but 5 yards on that one then. Out to the 29-yard line. 2nd and 5 for the Golden Lions. Garrison and Thomas split out on the left side. Running with no tight end currently. Again, Cooper's going to take that one, and again he's going to push forward for about 6 or 7 yards on that carry. Out to the 23-yard line, that'll be a first down for the Golden Lions. The first made by the senior fullback of the night.
Yeah, so 6 or 7 yards on that carry, like you said, but now 2 good rushes in a row. The momentum they need to get going forward. Put some points up on the board, a little bit of a cushion between them and the Bearcats.
Garrett Gooden's going to split to the left on 1st and 10. Again, Lawson Cooper on the carry. Again, about 5 on it. Down to the 17-yard line. Looks like they're going to stop him a bit short at the 19-yard line. So a pickup of about 4. Bringing up a 2nd and 6 for the Golden Lions in the red zone. Offensively, first time of the night. 2 tight ends in the game now, Brooks Amoroso and John Evan Lauder. John Evan Lauder's at the bottom of the screen, Brooks Amoroso on the right. Excuse me, top. Egan pitching it to Holloman on the outside. He's got a good block. He's going. Push out of bounds, just about 4 yards away from the end zone. That ball will be placed. Well, looks we'll see what happens here. There might have been a holding call on that. Ryan Walsh trying to make a good block on the outside, but looks like he held on for just a little bit too long. So that rush is going to be called back, minus 10 yards. Bring the ball to the
25-yard line. 26-yard line.
Trip owes me a soda.
And it looks as if it's going to be second down again, so they just follow up with a run like they just had. Should be fine.
2nd and 14 for the Golden Lions. Nikki Williamson and Garrett Gooden going to split out on the left side. Nikki's at the top of the screen. Pitch again to Holloman on the right side, but he doesn't have nearly as much space as before. He's going to pick up about 5 on that carry before being taken down, so it's going to be a long 3rd down situation for the Golden Lions. Say about 3rd and 7. Going to give him a short spot.
Yeah,
so the ball's going to be at the 23-yard line, 3rd and 10.
Yeah, this is going to be a long 3rd down try. They need to convert this one.
Golden Lions are bringing in Garrett Gooden, Brennan Garrison, and Michael Bresnahan at the receiver positions. Bresnahan and Garrison on the left side. Garrison's at the top of the screen, and Garrett Gooden over on the right. Looks like there's going to be a timeout called by the Golden Lions before the snap, the first of the half by either team.
Yeah, you know, Pius was really getting on a roll there, and that penalty kind of slowed them down. They're going to need to make up some ground on this next play. Although I wouldn't be surprised, you know, with the kicking game they've got, if they were to come up short on the 4th down, I'm sure that they would put a field goal up there, and it would be leading 10-6. But this offensive drive is really the kickstart that they needed. They weren't really getting anything going, but now they got a little over 30 yards of offense or 40 yards of offense on this drive, so moving in the right direction, although it doesn't seem to be as dominant as the Bainbridge Bearcats have been thus far. So, just waiting for them to come back on the field.
Be a long 3rd and 10 for the Golden Lions. They faced longer, but it's not the situation they ever like to be in.
Although they are pretty good at getting themselves out of these tougher situations.
Yeah, we've seen several clutch passes and receptions from Reed Egan to guys like Michael Bresnahan and Garrett Gooden.
Yeah, and he's got experience too. He did it in the playoffs as well last year. Made a number of clutch passes, especially even later in the playoffs.
3rd round against Woodward, or 4th round against Woodward. 3rd round?
Semifinals.
4th round then, yeah. Looks like another timeout called again by the Golden Lions. Again, not liking what they're seeing on the field, apparently. So that's 2 timeouts in a row for the Golden Lions. I actually don't think you're allowed to call 3 in a row in high school. So that's as many timeouts as the Golden Lions can call.
Yeah, with 6 minutes and 12 seconds left on the clock in the first half, I don't expect them to need another one, considering how slow both of these teams are driving the ball. Pius nearly eating up most of the clock so far this quarter. They're doing a good job right now, but really have slowed down the thought process of the other team. You know, maybe that's a strategy. Get the other team, just kind of slow them down, confuse them a little bit by calling 2 timeouts in a row, and you might be able to catch them off their guard, get the ball converted. That first down.
You know, the Golden Lions haven't tried to air the ball out once this game. They've kept it on the ground consistently. So if they do toss it, it'll be the first of the night.
But no question that Reedy Egan has the accuracy and the arm to complete this pass.
I think he's really only thrown 1 interception since the first couple games of the season. Had a good streak of it since. I think that last interception came just last week or maybe the week before. Golden Lions finally prepared to take an offensive play. Gary Gooden split out on the left side, top of the screen. Brendan Garrison's in motion, but there's going to be another timeout called by the Bearcats this time.
You know, this is very interesting to see this. I don't think I've ever seen this many timeouts called this far in a row.
Ever.
Yeah, ever. I don't think I've. Oh, it looks as if. So now the Bearcats are down to 1 timeout. Pius down to 2. So it looks as if it was the Bearcats that called that last time out. A little bit of confusion. Maybe they're using some reverse psychology on the Lions, trying to trick them out. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen 3 timeouts called consecutively in high school football. Although I did see Brian Kelly, the coach of Notre Dame, once do that in a game to win it. He called all 3 timeouts in a row, and the team made 2 consecutive field goals, but the timeout was called before the play had started, so they were not counted, and then they kicked again and missed it and lost the football game. So
that's tough.
You know, there is some truth in that. You're not warmed up when you come back out after 3 consecutive timeouts. People don't really think about even that short a time, but it really will mess with you.
Golden Lions preparing to take another shot at it as their 3 timeouts are used up. 2 receivers on the left, 1 on the right. Michael Bresnahan and Brennan Garrison on the left. Egan's dropping back, taking the snap in the shotgun, looking for somewhere to go. Looks like he's going to keep it. He's carrying it to the left side, trying to get out of bounds. Looks like he's going to be dragged down by the horse collar, and they were going to call that flag. So I think Egan picked up the first down, but he's going to get even more on that because of the penalty.
Yeah, the foul is going to be on Bainbridge, so they should bring this ball past the first down marker. You know, Pius is really getting a lot of good breaks so far this game. Every time it seems like their offense hasn't really gotten it done, Bainbridge seems to help them out. I think this is about the 3rd or 4th time a penalty has been called that resulted in a first down for the Lions.
Yeah. So it's going to be a 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line for the Golden Lions, 1st and goal. Closest they've been to the end zone on offense. Bearcats looking to put up a goal line defense.
Well, now Pius is in really comfortable territory, and they just know they have to put in 3 good runs, and it'll be in the end zone. So Bainbridge is going to have to make a good stop here.
Right up at the far hash. It's going to be pitched around to Ryan Walsh on the outside, who's going to get up to the 4-yard line before finally being taken down. There's another penalty on the field. Looks like it might be a holding call. Looks like Grant Holloman's unhappy with that call as he was the blocker. Personally, I think that was just a good block, but
you know, yeah, it looks as if some of the Pius crowd are
Golden Lions
unhappy
fans
with that call as well.
Golden Lions fans not very happy about that. Bring the ball out to about the 11-yard line.
Yeah, that was a good run, and I don't really know. It's surprising, though. They've called so many penalties, it seems as if just as if you get one that helps you out, another one cancels that out. So this ball going to be brought pretty far back.
16-yard line. 17-yard line, actually.
Yeah, so now a 1st and 17. 17 yards. This is a little less comfortable. Now they're going to probably have to pass the ball at least once to get into better territory.
Well, we'll see Golden Lions.
I don't believe they're going to be passing on this one. 2 tight ends in.
Ryan Walsh and Grant Allman in to run the ball on either side. And Lawson Cooper lined up right behind Reed Egan. 5 minutes left on the clock. Walsh is running around the left side. He finds it, cuts a hole right in the middle. He's going to get out to about the 9-yard line before being taken down. Good vision and touch from the senior.
Wait, it looks as if he's down on the field, though. Ryan Walsh seems to not be able to get up.
Golden Lions training staff automatically out on the field.
This will be a big loss after what a great week he had last week. And
this week too, Trev. I mean, he's had some great plays.
Not only that, but he's just a guy that's put in so much work. Really, I think a team leader. Just great to have him out there on the field. And
you know, Tripp, I think I felt like we've seen this so much this season. Luckily, he looks like he's going to be standing up. He's limping.
Yeah, you know, Joe, you're right. A lot of the team leaders this season have gone down at one point or another. Michael Bresnahan went down with a concussion. Chris Benjamin went down with a knee injury. Same with Chris McNulty, went down with a knee injury. Lawson Cooper was out for a game with a
Hamstring.
A hamstring, and, it's just injuries have plagued the team this year. I think more so than we've seen in past years. But the thing is, the team just does such a great job at coming back whenever they lose someone.
Like
and that is a characteristic that will lead you to success more than anything, is being able to bounce back
Walsh
from adversity.
Very little pressure on his left ankle as he walked off the field. Like, in at the running back position to fill in for him is Nakim Njoku, wearing number 31. He was the guy that blocked the punt and then returned it for a touchdown earlier in the first quarter. 2nd and 10 at the 10-yard line. Egan's going to keep it and looking to toss the ball away, but he's got nowhere to go, and he's going to be dragged down at the 15-yard line. Pius, offensive line, was just unable to hold back an onslaught of defending Bearcats.
Joe, that's something they've struggled with a little bit more these past few weeks is they've had trouble protecting Reed a little bit. But then again, Bainbridge is such a powerful force. Had 17 tackles for loss last week, 10 of which were sacks. So they're definitely a team that you got to watch out for if you want to pass the ball. Not even that, but just running the ball.
3rd and 16.
Not even that, just using the offense in general.
3rd and 16 now at the 16-yard line. Egan dropping back, looking for a pass. He's going to air it out to Garrett Gooden, but it's going to be a little bit too much on that one. It's going to fall incomplete in the corner of the end zone. Long 4th down now for the Golden Lions, bringing up a most likely kicking situation as Nick Jones comes out on the field. He's got a pretty good position for it.
Yeah, Nick Jones really does a good job from the middle of the field. He struggled earlier on in the season from the right hash. But this is definitely a comfortable position for him.
He's going to be kicking from about the 22-yard line, it looks like. Be about a 32-yard kick total. It's a high snap, but Egan's able to get it down, and it's a good kick. Up and good. 3 points up on the board for the Golden Lions, leading 10-6 here with 3 minutes and 49 seconds left in the half.
Something that's interesting is Bainbridge doesn't have any room on the ends of their field, so Nick Jones is so far kicked 2 balls completely over the hedges.
That's a parking lot right back there. I really hope no one is parked right there.
On the other side, there's a building behind the field goal, and it looked as if it bounced up on there before, so a little bit of trouble with that.
Here, I think, but we've got another one. It's not. Who's kicking for us?
Nick Jones.
Number 93. All right, here we go. Golden Lions now looking to kick the ball off to the Bearcats. Deep to receive are Pierce and Spivey.
I'm expecting to see Nick Jones kick this one to the back of the end zone. Put some power in there now that after those first 2 kicks. You never know.
We've seen 2 returned kicks thus far for pretty good yardage. So
yeah, up to about past the 40-yard line so far. The first one to the 42 and the other one to the 37. So probably going to try to improve on that one this time.
Nick Jones kicking from the 40-yard line. 3 minutes, 49 seconds left on the clock for Bainbridge. They prepare to receive the kick. It's a booming one, but it's going to be, looks like, not returnable. Nearly returned, but no, it's going to fall into the end zone. That was close, but that'll be a touchback for Nick Jones and bring the ball back to the 20-yard line, the best defensive field position the Golden Lions have had thus far. Well, actually, there was that punt, but.
Joe, it might be the heavier air closer to the ocean that just makes it that much harder to kick the ball as far.
Interesting hypothesis, Trip.
I mean, it is true. When you get a ball that big, it's possible they can slow it down. But we'll see. Pius hoping for a defensive stop here. 3 minutes and 49 seconds left in the half. They don't want to give any momentum to Bainbridge going into the second half.
Story not in the game currently, but Pierce is lined up right behind McLaughlin. He will take the carry, trying to go right up the middle. He's going to pick up maybe 2 yards as he falls forwards past the line of scrimmage. Short pickup for the sophomore star running back.
Yeah, it looks as if the Bainbridge offense is a little rusty after having waited so long watching the Golden Lions on the field.
Second and 3 for the Bearcats.
You get loosened up.
2 receivers on either side. Story on the left. Second from the bottom. And that's once again Pierce on the carry. Again up the middle, and he's going to be hit a couple yards again past the line of scrimmage. He's going to bring it all the way out to about the 29-yard line. We'll see where they spot that one. It's going to be just shy of a 30-yard line. They might not give him a first down on that one.
I don't believe so. So it's going to be 3rd and inches.
An inch, I've got to say.
Inches. Inches.
McLaughlin in the shotgun. Story again on the left side. A snap and tossed quickly to the right side. That's number 87 on the reception, and he's hit and taken down by Michael Bresnahan and Nicky Williamson. Number 87 on the reception. That's Russell Wheeler, the tight end.
Yeah, senior tight end for them. Hasn't seen much action this season, obviously, because of Story. Their leading receiver done a great job, and they don't really tend to spread out as much to different players like Pius is used to doing.
McLaughlin again in the shotgun. He's going to take the snap there, and he's going to, again, toss it over to the left side. It's going to be right through the hands of Story, however, unable to catch a bullet from the junior quarterback. So he just tried to make a move a little bit too early before he caught the ball, which resulted in him not getting a good hand on it and then just falling incomplete. So 2nd and 10 now for the Bearcats. I keep trying to say the Bears, but it's the Bearcats.
You know,
what is a Bearcat, Trip? That's my question.
You know, a Bearcat's like a little cat, a wild cat, but then you take it and you mix it with a bear about the size of a bear. Just imagine about a bear-sized cat.
Wow.
And that is a Bearcat.
Pierce is going to carry it around the left side following a fake. And he's going to get just a couple of yards before being dragged down.
Looks as if somebody's shoe came off on the field. I think it's a Gold Lion. Actually, it's looks as if it's a Bearcat. He's lost a
shoe Bearcats wear. 3rd and 7 for the Bearcats following a short pickup from Damian Pierce. He's going to be lined up right behind
number 70, Hudson Barber, filling in. He's a sophomore for that guy that lost a shoe.
It's going to be a passing play, dropping back, looking for some space, but he's taken down by number 2, Winston Ostricker in the backfield from behind. Nowhere to go. The Saxon Reeve a long 4th down, drop behind the line of scrimmage. About 5 yards. The 41-yard line, it looks like they're going to place it. Big hit from the senior middle linebacker.
Yeah, this is the first drive all night that Bainbridge really hasn't gotten anything going on their offense. So they leave 1 minute and 28 seconds left for Pius to return the punt. You know, it's possible. Even if they were to put up a field goal, they'd be leading the game by 7 points. So an entire touchdown and a PAT. Not a bad lead going into the second half, especially when you're receiving.
Timeout called, looks like by the Golden Lions. 1 timeout left on either side of the ball. Strip said 1 minute, 28 seconds left in the half. Golden Lions leading by 4. You know, we knew this was going to be a really, really great matchup, especially this Bainbridge team undefeated for the first time in, I believe, ever, in recorded history at least on the internet. And the Golden Lions coming in now following a 10-game winning streak, having gone this far in the playoffs 4 years in a row now. It looks like Ben and Garrison is deep to punt. Looks like Brennan Garrison's deep to punt, receiving from the 25-yard line. Gold Line's putting pressure on the kick and nearly blocked again by Njoku, but it's going to soar high and it's not going to be touched by the Gold Line. It's going to bounce all the way down to about the 29-yard line. So that's where the Gold Line's going to take it from.
It looks as if that's about the 24-yard line. So he's not able to get that one inside the 20, but nevertheless, a pretty good punt.
Long field ahead of the Golden Lions.
Yeah, 76 yards for a touchdown. They'll probably be aiming towards getting a field goal in here, but I think they're going to be running the 2-minute offense here. Probably a lot of passing we're going to see from them in this following minute and 18 seconds.
2 wide receivers in for the Golden Lions. Brendan Garrison at the bottom of the screen. Griffin Thomas off to the left. Egan's going to be taking it under center with Njoku and Holloman in. Walsh is still not back in for the Golden Lions, still on the sideline. And it's going to be pitched to Njoku on the left side. And he's got some blocks, and he's going to make it looks like he came out of bounds, but we'll see.
Yeah, it looks as if they stopped the clock, so he did land out of bounds.
Short of a first down by about a couple yards. And there's a flag down on the field now. Looks like he's going to call it against the Golden Lions. Probably, I'm assuming, a holding. Well, these referees have been calling the game pretty close tonight, closer than we've seen the past several weeks now.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen this many penalties in one game this entire season. I honestly don't think that I've seen this many costly penalties. It's one thing to see a false start or a delay of game, but to see this many penalties called on holding and personal fouls is pretty incredible. I don't think I've seen, probably numbering close to 10 now that they have called.
So 1st and 13 for the Golden Lions following a penalty. It's like Garrett Gooden split out on the right side. It's going to go to Lawson Cooper up the middle, who's going to jump over defender down to the 32-yard line, pickup of about 7 on the play. And it's going to be inbound, so the clock's going to keep ticking below 50 seconds now. 2 receivers in the game for the Golden Lions.
Joe, you are correct. Arabian Mountain, they had over 16 penalties alone during the game, so that was pretty incredible. But
that was insane.
That was insane. But Pius, they got to get a good play out there. 31 seconds on the board and counting.
That's again going to go to Lawson Cooper right up the middle, trying to pick up a couple more yards. Not going to pick up the first down, however, to the 32-yard line. First down to the 33.
You know, it's surprising that they just, I don't know why you would run it with this little time on the board.
Now, Joe, I think they're comfortable with where they're at right now score-wise. They would like to put up more points, but they're not willing to risk a turnover and possibly even a pick 6. You know, they wanted to just kind of drive it out, see if they can maybe break open a big run. But they didn't, and they're fine with that. Leading by 4 going into the half. Golden Lions 10, Bearcats 6. Golden Lions will receive the kick to start the second half.
Well, Joe, you know, I'm not the one out there making the calls, and I have not led a team 4 consecutive years to the 3rd round of the playoffs. So Coach Sharon is definitely doing a great job on the field, coaching these players. And Joe, from the first half, what do you think the strengths were, especially for the Lions on their defense and the Bearcats just all around?
I think without a doubt the Golden Lions did a great job shutting down the pass nearly completely. Really only, I think, maybe 2 completions total with a team that's averaging over 10 completions per game. Holding them to, I think, just 2 on the half is very impressive. Also, holding up Dameon Pierce. He hasn't scored a touchdown yet. He scores at least, number-wise, I think 15 points a game average. So that's 2 touchdowns per game. We've held him to no points so far. The only one coming from a QB sneak over the pile. You know, defensively, we've done a pretty good job. Especially that last drive, we did a great job of holding them, really not letting them get much of anything. Dameon Pierce holding him up to just 2 or 3 yard runs apiece.
Yeah, I think the fact that they were able to cover Dameon Pierce so well and just stop him back pretty much on the line of scrimmage as it came further and further into the second half. He was gaining barely any yardage, and then Tyler Story missing about his last 4 or 5 targets. He really didn't make a completion at all in the second quarter.
Hasn't.
So he's struggling, but you know, if they can come out in the second half and give those guys some more confidence, I think that was the big thing coming out. They came out so strong, and I think it was the fact that they knew that they could do this. And as the quarter and the half wore on, it kind of wore down on them that Pius is a team that's really going to work for it, and you got to give it everything you got if you even want to get a touchdown or two on the board.
Yeah, when you've got a receiver who's averaging over 100 yards per game in Tyler Story and not letting me get a single one the entire first half, that's definitely something on the goal line side of the ball.
I think it was either 2 or 3 receptions, but they were all really early on, and they were pretty short. It looks as if
Bearcats marching band is coming onto the field, a big old band. We'll turn it over now so you guys can enjoy the show. We'll be back in 18 minutes and 53 seconds for the second half kickoff. We're glad that you guys are tuning in. We hope to see you back shortly.
Thanks, everyone, for watching.
Let's go, Adrian. Adrian, let's go. Get out there in the field. Let's go. Hey, helmet, let's go.
34 pinch, cover 2. Don't mess this up again, Adrian. Ready, break.
Set, fight. All the way, Adrian!
Cuts right, left. He's flying. He cuts back. Player of the 80s. Yeah, coming through. 1 man to beat. That's how we do it. Flip, boom. Good, yeah.
Hey, kid. Here.
I know what you think you're looking at. Someone who's too small.
Too slow.
Not in the right sport.
Not in the right body.
That's cool. Cause overlooking me now,
It's gonna make it that much sweeter when we're properly introduced.
Powerade. Power through. Vitamin water is out to make everything that's boring brilliant, including this waiting room.
Duck, 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 duck. Goose!
Tweet what's boring. We'll make it brilliant. Vitamin water.
Give me some wing.
When man first started to explore, the adventure was as exciting as the destination. In Columbus, Georgia, that still holds true. Enjoy 2.5 miles of urban whitewater adventure from mild to wild with Class 4 rapids and anything in between. Whitewater, Columbus, Georgia. Launch your adventure here. 1-800-676-RAFT or whitewaterexpress.com.
When hunger strikes, head to J. Christopher's for breakfast or lunch. Try our traditional house-made favorites, like a plate of blueberry crunch cakes or a hearty skillet for breakfast. Stop by for lunch and try our Clubhouse Burger or the Malibu Chicken Sandwich. Hungry yet? 22 Atlanta area locations. Head to a J. Christopher's near you. Open 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. daily.
I'm telling you, it was drop dead.
So Joey says to the guy,
fresh flavor never sounded so good.
Love when that happens.
Applebee's introduces 2 new sizzling entrees. Try the new sizzling Cajun steak and shrimp or our new sizzling smokehouse chicken stack. New sizzling entrees starting at $8.99. Only at Applebee's. There's no place like the neighborhood. Open till midnight or later.
How's it going? In high school I was a swimmer and a tennis player, but tennis was always kind of my passion. I always wanted to work with athletes when I got older. I love the competitive fire, I love the dedication people have to sports, and I love trying to get people back in the game. What really excites me is having patients come to me who can't do a sport that they want to do, can't get back to the sports that they were doing before, and figuring out what's going on with them and getting them back doing the thing that they love to do. It's very rewarding when people have been having a problem for a long time, haven't been able to get back to it, and we can facilitate their rehabilitation or do a procedure or diagnose their problem and get them back to playing their sports that they enjoy. The sports medicine doctor, especially with the local high schools and with local clubs, can really be that source of information that patients and parents and athletes all want to get. You can provide information about current issues such as the latest in concussion developments. You can treat athletes and their families. You can get them all back doing the sports that they enjoy doing and back in the game. And the sports medicine doctor tends to be able to be that person to really help to coordinate care. Here at Emory Sports Medicine, we have a number of well-trained, fellowship-trained sports medicine physicians. We've all had extensive training. Me and some of my partners here specialize in non-surgical approaches to treat athletes of all ages and abilities, and we offer the type of services you won't find anywhere else in Atlanta. So if you come to see me at Emory Sports Medicine, my goal is going to be to get you back in the game, get you doing the sports that you love, get you back doing your sports safely, and having the fun that you were having before you got injured.
So I grew up in Johns Creek, Georgia, just down the road from here. I love this community. I went away for a little while for my orthopedic career, my sports medicine career, but I've been back now for a couple years, and it's great to be back. So in high school, I played a lot of baseball year-round. I played a lot of football in this area, actually on this field a long time ago. Now being able to give back to these kids who I can kind of see myself as back in the day, and it's a special feeling. I love sports medicine, so there wasn't anything else that I could see myself doing. I got interested in it at a young age, playing sports myself, having knee injuries. I really love taking care of families and their children and their loved ones and getting them back into whatever it is they want to do to stay active.
Dr. Hammond, him being his first year here, has really done a great job with us stepping in and knows our kids. Our kids trust him. They see him at practice every week. They know he's going to come the same day every week. And for us, that's a huge factor because, you know, we're trying to keep our kids healthy, and he does a great job of keeping our kids on the field. That's really what we want. He does great medicine with them and does great therapy and great rehab, but his goal is to put our kids on the field and keep them on the field.
Good job. The most exciting aspect of my job is probably the surgical care of patients and being able to really have that hands-on approach and restore somebody's anatomy and fix some injury that they have so they can get back to doing what they really want to do. At Emory Sports Medicine, we really have an outstanding team of well-rounded physicians who are all fellowship trained in various subspecialties. We have a true interest in working with the community and working as a team with athletic trainers and physical therapists and administrators from schools and then families in general, and just trying to, you know, create a really great family atmosphere. Emory Sports Medicine is here to get you back in the game, get you back to doing whatever activity it is that you love doing, and we're here for the community, we're here for you and your family.
When man first started to explore, the adventure was as exciting as the destination. In Columbus, Georgia, that still holds true. Enjoy 2.5 miles of urban whitewater adventure from mild to wild with Class 4 rapids and anything in between. Whitewater, Columbus, Georgia. Launch your adventure here. 1-800-676-RAFT or whitewaterexpress.com.
There's nothing like Gold Peak's home-brewed taste. It starts with mountain-grown tea. Pure, filtered water, and just the right balance of sweetness. It's a taste that's perfectly crafted every time. Gold Peak, the taste that brings you home.
I'm Dr. Mahan. I'm with Emory Sports Medicine. I've been with them for a year now. I love doing things such as anterior cruciate ligaments, elbow surgeries, shoulder surgeries for all the injured athletes. The most exciting part about being an Emory Sports Medicine doctor is being able to help kids and adults get back to whatever they enjoy doing. I was an athlete growing up. In high school, I played quarterback. I played basketball and baseball. I was fortunate enough to play at the University of Georgia in baseball and led it all 4 years. I love sports medicine because I've lived it all my life. I started doing this when I was 10 years old as a water boy with my father. I've done this since 1969. And throughout the years, whether it was as a water boy, a trainer, an athlete, a resident, and then an attending physician, I've been able to help different athletes, whether it was in football, basketball, baseball, a myriad of sports, just as soccer tonight, to help these kids get back. And also I enjoy watching the sport. So I love it, I live it, I breathe it. I'm glad to be here and be able to help. Throughout our entire sports medicine outreach programs, we're able to come out and help our communities. Tonight we're out on the soccer field here in Norcross, taking care of the Norcross Soccer Association, making sure that these kids have the appropriate care and making sure that if they do have any injuries, that we're able to provide them with the direct avenues to this care so we can speed their recovery. I think the number one way that we've been able to improve sports medicine over the last few years is number one, arthroscopically involved, where we can make small incisions, small little holes, instead of opening up all the major muscle groups, and this has hastened their recovery times tremendously. Emory Sports Medicine is one of the top leaders in the metro Atlanta area, if not the country, to help provide excellent sports care as well as medical care to anyone that is injured and needs help. One of the things that I love about being a sports medicine doctor is being able to be out here to live it, to breathe it, and to help all of these people get back to whatever they love doing, be it sports on an organized field or a weekend warrior. We're here to help.
Good morning, guys. How y'all doing?
Great. How are you? Hey, congratulations.
Let's go, Adrian. Adrian, let's go. Get out there in the field. Let's go. Hey, helmet, let's go.
34 pinch, cover 2. Don't mess this up again, Adrian. Ready? Break.
Set. Fight.
All the way, Adrian!
Cuts right, left. He's flying. He cuts back. Failure of the agent. Yeah, coming through. 1 man to beat. That's how we do it. Let go. Yeah.
Hey, kid. Here.
I know what you think you're looking at. Someone who's too small.
Too slow.
Not in the right sport.
Not in the right body?
That's cool. 'Cause overlooking me now,
It's going to make it that much sweeter when we're properly introduced.
Powerade. Power through. Vitamin water is out to make everything that's boring brilliant, including this waiting room.
Duck, 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 duck.
Goose! Tweet what's boring. We'll make it brilliant. Vitamin water.
Give me some wing.
When man first started to explore, the adventure was as exciting as the destination. In Columbus, Georgia, that still holds true. Enjoy 2.5 miles of urban whitewater adventure from mild to wild with Class 4 rapids and anything in between. Whitewater, Columbus, Georgia. Launch your adventure here. 1-800-676-RAFT or whitewaterexpress.com.
When hunger strikes, head to J. Christopher's for breakfast or lunch. Try our traditional house-made favorites, like a plate of blueberry crunch cakes or a hearty skillet for breakfast. Stop by for lunch and try our Clubhouse Burger or the Malibu Chicken Sandwich. Hungry yet? 22 Atlanta area locations. Head to a J. Christopher's near you. Open 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. daily.
I'm telling you, it was drop dead.
So Joey says to the guy,
Fresh flavor never sounded so good.
Love when that happens.
Applebee's introduces 2 new sizzling entrees. Try the new sizzling Cajun steak and shrimp or our new sizzling smokehouse chicken stack. New sizzling entrees starting at $8.99. Only at Applebee's. There's no place like the neighborhood. Open till midnight or later.
How's it going? In high school I was a swimmer and a tennis player, but tennis was always kind of my passion. I always wanted to work with athletes when I got older. I love the competitive fire, I love the dedication people have to sports, and I love trying to get people back in the game. What really excites me is having patients come to me who can't do a sport that they want to do, can't get back to the sports that they were doing before, and figuring out what's going on with them and getting them back doing the thing that they love to do. It's very rewarding when people have been having a problem for a long time, haven't been able to get back to it, and we can facilitate their rehabilitation or do a procedure or diagnose their problem and get them back to playing their sports that they enjoy. The sports medicine doctor, especially with the local high schools and with local clubs, can really be that source of information that patients and parents and athletes all want to get. You can provide information about current issues such as the latest in concussion developments. You can treat athletes and their families. You can get them all back doing the sports that they enjoy doing and back in the game. And the sports medicine doctor tends to be able to be that person to really help to coordinate care. Here at Emory Sports Medicine, we have a number of well-trained, fellowship-trained sports medicine physicians. We've all had extensive training. Me and some of my partners here specialize in non-surgical approaches to treat athletes of all ages and abilities, and we offer the type of services you won't find anywhere else in Atlanta. So if you come to see me at Emory Sports Medicine, my goal is going to be to get you back in the game, get you doing the sports that you love, get you back doing your sports safely, and having the fun that you were having before you got injured.
So I grew up in Johns Creek, Georgia, just down the road from here. I love this community. I went away for a little while for my orthopedic career, my sports medicine career, but I've been back now for a couple years, and it's great to be back. So in high school, I played a lot of baseball year-round. I played a lot of football in this area, actually on this field a long time ago. Now being able to give back to these kids who I can kind of see myself as back in the day, and it's a special feeling. I love sports medicine, so there wasn't anything else that I could see myself doing. I got interested in it at a young age, playing sports myself, having knee injuries. I really love taking care of families and their children and their loved ones and getting them back into whatever it is they want to do to stay active.
Dr. Hammond, him being his first year here, has really done a great job with us stepping in and knows our kids. Our kids trust him. They see him at practice every week. They know he's going to come the same day every week. And for us, that's a huge factor because, you know, we're trying to keep our kids healthy, and he does a great job of keeping our kids on the field. That's really what we want. He does great medicine with them and does great therapy and great rehab, but his goal is to put our kids on the field and keep them on the field.
Go, Josh. The most exciting aspect of my job is probably the surgical care of patients and being able to really have that hands-on approach and restore somebody's anatomy and fix some injury that they have so they can get back to doing what they really want to do. At Emory Sports Medicine, we really have an outstanding team of well-rounded physicians who are all fellowship trained in various subspecialties. We have a true interest in working with the community and working as a team with athletic trainers and physical therapists and administrators from schools and then families in general, and just trying to, you know, create a really great family atmosphere. Emory Sports Medicine is here to get you back in the game, get you back to doing whatever activity it is that you love doing, and we're here for the community, we're here for you and your family.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Bainbridge High School. Just a couple seconds away from the second half kickoff. Now Golden Lions leading 10-4. Again, we are very sorry for the difficulties we are having tonight with the bandwidth getting the broadcast out to you guys. I would like to repeat what we said a couple times already and on Twitter, but just in case you haven't heard, we will be providing this game on demand over the weekend for you guys, so you can tune in later and watch it on demand in much, much better quality than this, we assure you. We thank you guys so much for putting up with us as we're trying to get this out to you guys as cleanly as possible. We will continue the game just a few seconds as the Golden Lions line up to return the kick.
Yeah, this would be a great start to their half if they could at least get this one past the 20-yard line. Even if they were able to get up to 30, that'd be a pretty good start. Know they can just drive the ball down the field. You know, on this first drive, if they just play it like they usually do, they could take off at least 6 minutes from the clock. The first entire half of this third quarter really shaved down the opportunities of the Bainbridge Bearcats, and as Coach Aaron says, the best defense is good offense.
We have Griffin Thomas, Grant Holloman, and Nikim Njoku all in position to return the kick. Number 63, Evan Oldacre kicking away for the Bearcats. Ball's at the 40-yard line. And it's up, a line high-hanging kick, but that's going to be returnable. Holloman is going to take it at the 2-yard line, right up the middle, spinning around to about the 21-yard line. Hard fought extra yard there. Golden Lions D offensive line rumbling out onto the field as Reed Egan, the senior quarterback, comes on. Ryan Walsh, the senior running back, will be out for the game with an ankle injury. We do not know the severity of that injury yet. We'll keep you updated if we hear anything else from the sideline. All sideline updates coming from our little protege, Luke Winstall. Two tight ends in the, Brendan Garrison split out on the left side. Is going to go Egan, a keeper on the right side, spin move, trying to get some space. Can pick up just a couple yards, maybe one or two.
Yeah, you know, they've done a really good job of protecting the outside tonight. It's been about the third or fourth time that Reed Egan has gotten stopped just at or behind the line of scrimmage.
I would say
now really showing the reason behind their 17 tackles for loss last game alone.
Definitely taking a hit there for the team as two receivers split out to the left now. Nicky Williamson at the top of the screen. Garrett Gooden beneath him. Njoku and Holloman, the running backs, and it's going to be Holloman around the right side on a sweep. He's going to go up the sideline, pick up pretty good yardage. Out, looks like they're going to be just shy of a first down. 3rd and 1 now for the Golden Lions. Bringing two tight ends onto the field. John Evan Lauder and Olin Broadway, a senior and a junior.
Yeah, setting up for their classic run.
Broadway also a defensive player, so going two ways on this drive. Egan under center with all three running backs right behind him in a V formation. That's going to go to Njoku, who's going to take it up the left side and pick up about 5 yards on the carry before being taken down at the 35-yard line. It's going to move the chains for Golden Lions first down.
It's a good run by Njoku, player that's really blossomed this season. Had that wonderful return for a touchdown earlier.
Yeah, quickly moving the momentum into the Golden Lions' hands. So we got Gooden split out on the left side at the top of the screen. He's going to be kept by Egan, going up the middle, spinning around, trying to find some room. Another short pickup, hard-fought yard or so for the senior quarterback.
Yeah, Reed Egan is not one to usually go up the middle. His best option is to run the option and to go to the outside. And that's really where he's had his success. You know, I feel like the only guys that really can get it up the middle pretty well each time they attempt is Lawson Cooper, and then a guy that doesn't run it as much but will be running it a lot next year, Bobby Campbell.
So two receivers in now. Griffin Thomas up on the top of the screen, and Brennan Garrison split out on the right at the bottom. Egan's going to pitch it around the left side to Njoku up the sideline. He's going to take it out very low. Ooh. That's number 12 on the tackle, Elijah Tyler, and looks like it hurt him more than it hurt Nakim. He's down on the sideline.
And Nakim struggled getting up there, and he is by no means a sissy. Really a tough guy.
So that run by Nakim Njoku is going to bring up a short 3rd down for the Golden Lions, about 3rd and 1.5. The first down marker's just beyond the 45-yard line. The ball is placed at the 44. Again, two tight ends in the game. Looks like there's going to be a timeout called by the Bearcats early on in the second half. Hopefully they won't need that one later on.
Yeah, it's in the first half it's a little less important, but as you get into the later quarters, you really want to be careful about spending your timeouts early on, because if you need that late fourth quarter drive, the timeout is extremely necessary to slow down the clock.
Golden Lions and Bearcats off on their respective sidelines, plotting out their gameplay. As already 2 minutes and 3 seconds have ticked off the clock, and the ball's really only moved about 23 yards, showing the Golden Lions' ability just to eat up the clock, which is really something they like to do, having won the game of ball possession in 11 of 12 games this year. Actually, last week was the first time they did not, 2 weeks ago was the first time they did not hold the ball longer than the opposing team, and they still pulled out the victory. Against Ridgeland, that game was.
Yeah, they definitely they do a good job at holding on to the ball, and this drive could end up being close to 6 or 7 minutes, just taking away every opportunity they can from Bainbridge to get their hands on the ball.
3rd and a couple for the Golden Lions at the 44-yard line. Two tight ends in the game, Olin Broadway and John Evan Lauder. Looks like a hard count from Reed Egan is going to be followed by a timeout from the Golden Lions. We've seen several back-to-back timeouts now in this game, and that's another one. Now both teams with only 2 timeouts remaining in the game. Golden Lions back on the field following the timeout called by Coach Standard and staff. So a yard and a couple feet away from a first down. 2 tight ends in the game, Jonathan Lauder and Olin Broadway, number 40 and 6, respectively. Egan under center, Lawson Cooper right behind him. That's going to be a pitch around the right side to Holloman, who's going to be hit in the backfield and drop for a loss of about a yard, bringing up a little, about 3-yard 4th down situation for the Golden Lions.
It looks as if, yeah, you're right. They're about 2 yards back, but I think they're going for this one.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked, as it's just about 4th and 2 now. They gave him a pretty good spot on that one, just about a foot or so behind the original line of scrimmage. So 4th and 2 for the Golden Lions at the 44-yard line. They are going for it. Egan under center with Lawson Cooper right behind him. Njoku and Holloman, the running backs. He's going to take the snap. He's going to go to Njoku on the right side. He's going to be stopped shy of the first down. That's going to be turnover on downs. Number 28 on the defense. That was Luron Broadnax on the tackle. He's a guy that had 83 total tackles in the year.
So,
good defensive stand's going to bring up a first down for the Bearcats.
Joe, I believe that is their first failed 4th down conversion in almost this entire season.
I got to say, yeah, I think it's probably really only the second or third. 2 receivers on either side for the Bearcats. McLaughlin's going to take it in the shotgun, and he's going to toss it to the left side, but it's blocked. Wilbur Mullen got a hand up in the air and tipped that one down on the ground for a 2nd and 10 now for the Bearcats. Great defensive play by a big man up on the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that's the advantage of having tall guys on the outside. When Chris Benjamin was injured, when London Lewis was filling in for him, he also had a number of blocked passes, and Wilbur Mullen has had a few to his name as well. Getting better and better at the pass blocking, pass rushes.
There'll be a quick pass to the right side. He's going to have a block, and he's going to bounce it around, picking up about maybe 4 yards on the carry. That was number 23 on the reception, Zion McGee, the second receiver for the Bearcats, a guy who's got about 26 now receptions on the season, maybe 27. I can't remember. I think he had a reception earlier in the game.
So now
he's got 3 receiving touchdowns.
3rd and 4.
3 receivers on the left side, one on the right now. Story is up on the right at the top side of your screen. It'll be a pitch to Pierce, who's going to be stopped in the backfield, dropped for a loss of several yards.
Yeah, that's going to bring the ball back.
London Lewis, Winston Ostricker, Garrett Gooden, as well as Marco Dinkins all in on that takedown. Looks like London Lewis is wearing number 52 for his friend Chris Benjamin, who's out for the season. He had his surgery earlier in the week with the torn ACL, and he's in a lot of pain, but he's doing better, and he'll be recovering shortly. So that's going to bring up a 4th and 8 and a punting situation for the Bearcats. Brennan Garrison down at the 10-yard line to receive that kick. The snap is good. There's pressure again, but it is punt's going to get the punt off, and it's going to bounce about the 10-yard line. It's going to be rolling around all the way down to about the 5.
It looks as if that hit a player, so they're going to call it about the 7-yard line.
All right. It's a tough situation here, tough field position for the Golden Lions as they take the ball back. Their last offensive drive ended in a turnover on downs as they were unable to complete a 4th down conversion.
So a good stop by the defense. Definitely needed that one. Give them some confidence. But a long, long drive ahead of the Lions. 91 yards to the end zone. 2 receivers split out. Griffin Thomas on the right. And
to Brennan Garrison up on the top of the screen. Egan will be taking this one under center. Lawson Cooper right behind him. And he's going to go to Cooper right up the middle. He's going to power through. He's going to break through the first line of scrimmage and then the second, all the way out to the 26-yard line. Great run from the senior fullback, giving the Golden Lions much more room to work with.
Yeah, definitely his longest run of the night so far. And right when they needed it. So now in definitely better field position, the 26-yard line. That's a 17-yard gain they just had. So a little more room to work with in the backfield.
Bresnahan and Williamson split out on the left. This Bresnahan at the top of the screen. Egan under center. Again, Cooper right behind him with Njoku and Holloman. Holloman coming around the outside is going to go to Cooper again, who's going to be stopped up. It looks like he got back to the line of scrimmage. They're going to give him the forward progress.
So still without a loss on the season. That would have been devastating to see him.
Actually, no. It looks like you're going to push him back about a yard, maybe a half a yard.
Oh, that is so sad.
That's a tough streak to hold. Even Dalton Wilson last year.
Joe, I think we just need to take a moment of silence for the end of the streak.
It was a great one. Even Dalton Wilson had 1 negative yard on the season last year, so that's a tough one. His junior year, he did, however, have 0 negative yards. 2 receivers on the left. Egan's going to hand to Cooper again up the middle. He's going to power through for a pickup of about 4 yards on the play, bringing up a longer 3rd down situation, 3rd and about 6 for the Golden Lions.
So it looks like about 3rd and 8.
7 or 8, yeah.
Yeah, so a long 3rd down back in their own territory. I don't think they're going to attempt to pass this one.
Yeah, it was like we're going to 2 tight ends in the game, actually. Olin Broadway coming in for the wide receiver, and there's some whistles blowing on either side. We're going to see.
They're going to have to go quickly. Whistle is blown.
John Evan Lauder is flexed out on the right side of the wide receiver position. It's at the bottom of the screen. Egan's going to keep it and pitch it at the last second to Holloman, who's got a good block. Bringing it out. It looks like he's going to pick up the 1st down on that carry. You know, I got to say, I think the referees missed a block at the back there from Njoku, but we'll take it.
It was a great play call by Coach Standard and great execution by the whole offense, and as well as Grant Hallman extending that. It looked like he was going to go back down about 5 yards short and kept it moving.
I got to love Reed Egan's focus on that one, pitching the ball as he was coming to the ground.
He's really known for how well he can run the veer. Really the bread and butter play of the St. Pius offense.
2 tight ends remaining in the game, Olin Broadway and John Evan Lauder. Broadway's at the top of the screen this play. Egan again under center. You know, go to Lawson Cooper right in the middle, who's stopped up just at the line of scrimmage. Probably no yards on that play. Maybe 1 or 2. There's some serious pushing around up at the line of scrimmage. Looks like the ball's going to be placed a yard or maybe a yard past, but not much more. Maybe just a couple feet of gain on that carry for the fullback.
Yeah, the middle is not working for Pius right now. They're going to have to run a few more plays to the outside, and this has happened a number of games throughout the season, and they've gone to the plays around the outside, and it's worked for them. So I'm expecting to see some of that in the next few plays from them. Really need to get something going. Haven't seen much yet.
Again, Egan on the carry, but he's going to be stopped up in the backfield, unable to get the pitch off as number for Kerensky. Williams flies around the outside for a tackle for a loss. It's going to be about a 4-yard loss, bringing up a long 3rd and 14 for the Golden Lions.
Well, now they're probably going to have to pass this one, bringing out Garrett Gooden and Brennan Garrison, 2 of their top receivers.
Garrison's going to line up as a running back here. He's going to go in motion. He's going to drop back looking for a pass to the left side. He's got blocks. He's going to Holloman at the right side, and he's got room. He's going to pick up the first down plus some all the way down the sideline to about the 50-yard line before he's finally pushed out of bounds. They're going to place it at the 49, 3 yards past the line of the, first down marker.
So
that'll move the chains.
Holloman's second 3rd down conversion in a row. Really stepping up to the plate. You know, so far, besides that first good run by Lawson Cooper, they've really been pushing the boundaries, going all the way until the 3rd down and long, waiting to make the conversion for a first down. So they're going to have to speed this up and stop leaving themselves so many long 3rd downs if they really want to continue this drive.
Yeah, ball to the 49-yard line. Egan's going to keep it around the right side. He's got a little bit of room, and he's going to spin all the way down to the 44-yard line, pick up a 7 for the senior quarterback. So just 3 minutes and 40 seconds left on the clock, and it's still ticking. So Golden Lions have held the ball, not for the entirety of this quarter, but really the vast majority of it.
Yeah, the vast majority, definitely. Bainbridge held it for a little while there, but they really couldn't get anything going and were forced to punt the ball. Pius really dominating this second half so far, and that's what they've had to do. And if they can convert a touchdown on offense and just continue to hold the ball as long as they have, I think this is their recipe for success, as we've seen the entire season. Just taking up ball control, continuing their time of possession, keeping it out of the hands of the other team.
Delay of game call against the Golden Lions. So that's going to bring the ball back 5 yards. It's tough on Reed Egan, especially because there are no game clocks up on either end zone. So really they don't know where the clock is, so they just got to assume that they got to go as fast as possible really on every play.
Yeah, that is one of the luxuries of being at Pius, is you have the game clock on either side of the field, so you know when your time's up. But even then, they still have had some trouble with delay of game this season.
2nd and 8. Egan's going to keep it around the right side, and again he's going to nearly be dragged down in the backfield, but he's trying to run around the left side. He's got some blocks. He didn't get nearly back to the line of scrimmage, maybe just a yard short. Very good job of extending that play. It would have originally, if he'd gone down where he's originally hit by number 45 on the 45 on the defense, Elzamar Williams, it would have been a loss of about 5. But he's able to bring it back just a yard shy of the line of scrimmage. That's going to be a long 3rd and 9 for the Golden Lions. It could have been worse, however.
It's amazing how the Bainbridge defense can stifle a team play after play, cause all these tackles for loss so consistently at that.
Yeah, they do a really, really good job of getting into the backfield quickly and just disrupting plays before they're able to form properly. So we got 2 receivers coming into the game now for the Golden Lions. Michael Bresnahan and Garrett Gooden.
Probably 2 of the most clutch receivers on this team.
Bresnahan will be at the top of the screen, Gooden down at the bottom. Egan's going to be taking the snap in the shotgun. Well, he doesn't do all that much. He's dropping back looking for a pass. He doesn't have much anywhere to go. He's going to step up in the pocket trying to find a place to go, but he's got really nowhere. He's going to try to rush it, but he's going to be dropped in the backfield for a loss of about 4 or 5. That's going to get a long 4th down for the Golden Lions.
Joe, that's exactly what you were saying. They stepped in before Reed Egan could get anything out, and he didn't have a chance at all to make that. So now they're going to have a likely punt. Yeah, 12 yards. Or 13 yards. I don't expect them to try to fake this one.
Yeah, there's a big difference between 13 and 3 yards on a punting situation, Trip, for sure. So Nick Jones preparing to kick this one off deep to number 2, Tyler Story. He's lined up at about the 19-yard line to receive this one. It's a great snap, and the ball is up.
Ooh.
It's coming around to the right side. It's going to be bouncing all the way down to the 10-yard line. And
that one got a good bounce, though. So to the 10.
Great kick there from the senior Nick Jones, right where he wanted to be. Putting the Bearcats in a tough offensive position to start off their second drive of the second half. Their last one was punted away.
Yeah, neither of the offenses are getting really anything done right now. It's not like they're giving up the ball, having turnovers. They're just not able to make up the yardage in the 4 downs that they're given.
Minute 32 seconds left in the third quarter. No points up on the board on either side in the third quarter. So McLaughlin's in the shotgun, preparing to take the snap. Story split out on the right side along with another receiver. There's another receiver down on the left side. Pierce is going to take the snap. Coming around the right side, he's going to be stopped up again, just a yard or so maybe past the line of scrimmage, if not right at it. I'll move the chains forward, just move the spot forward about a 2 or 3 yards, 2 yards I'd say. Again, Golden Lions doing a great job of containing this all-star running back.
Yeah, he really is an all-star running back. Especially as a sophomore, I think we're going to be seeing a lot more of him later on, and maybe even in college or professional. He's just such a powerful running back.
Quick toss to the right side. It looks like he's hit early, but he's going to break through several tackles. Finally dragged out of bounds by Garrett Gooden past the first down marker. Pickup of was like about 10 on that pass, or more like 7. Bring the ball out to 23-yard line, moving the chains for the Bearcats. A little bit more comfortable situation with a minute 17 seconds left in the third quarter. Got 1 receiver on the left, 2 on the right. Story's up on the right side. Pierce is going to carry the sweep around the right side, trying to cut up in the middle, but he's going to be stopped just about a yard past the line of scrimmage. Winston Ostricker with a great hit there at the end of the play. Pickup of about 2 or 3 yards on that carry. 2nd and 7 now for the Bearcats. Story split out on the left side. Zion McGee up on the right at the top of the screen. McLaughlin will take it in the shotgun. He's looking to pass it to Zion on the right side. It's overthrown, however. He's unable to come down with it. It's a little bit too much on that pass, and it's going to fall incomplete.
Yeah, that was overthrown by about 2 or 3 yards. So
we've seen that a couple times now, Tripp. McLaughlin is unable to keep his arm in control.
Well, there is a reason that he's only completing half of his passes, and he's a little bit more erratic in the pocket. He doesn't have the accuracy in terms of length. He definitely can place it pretty well, but he just doesn't seem to get the distance right, judging his receiver's speed.
3rd and 7 now for the Bearcats. Story's on the left side. McGee's up on the right. McLaughlin in the shotgun. He's going to drop back looking for a pass. He's going to toss it to Story. It's going to be tipped up and intercepted. Michael Bresenhan sliding to the ground, picking off the tipped pass at the 41-yard line, turning the ball over for the Golden Lions. That is the 7th interception in the past 4 games, Tripp.
Not only that, but the 13th interception of the season. So Lions averaging more than an interception a game at this point. Doing a great job in terms of the defense, and they're almost, it seems as if they're always there ready to make an interception, and then once or twice a game they'll do it.
I got to say, Michael Bresenhan's probably his 3rd or 4th at least interception on the season, our leading interceptor, I got to say.
Yeah, he's always seems to be there. I say him and Olin Broadway are the 2 guys you got to watch out for on defense in terms of throwing the ball up. You never know, because they always seem to be there ready to make the interception.
Bresenhan split out on the left side as the ball goes to Lawson Cooper right up the middle, who's going to power forwards for a good pickup of about 6 yards. Bring the ball down to the 36-yard line. 2nd and 4 for the Golden Lions following the interception from the senior safety, Michael Bresenhan. Timeout is called. Excuse me, no, not timeout. It was the quarter ticks down, so we're entering the 4th and final quarter of contest here in Bainbridge Stadium. Golden Lions still leading 10-6. No points are put up on the board so far in the second half, but Golden Lions have some momentum following an interception and a solid run there by senior fullback Lawson Cooper. Golden Lions did really exactly what they wanted to do that quarter trip, which is just to keep the Bearcats off of the field for the most part. They forced them to a quick punt their first offensive drive, and then intercepting that right there, putting them in good field position. If they're not on the field, they can't put points up on the board.
Well, the thing about it also is when a team comes back out after having not been on the field for that long, they don't really have the sharpness that they're accustomed to. Pius is really good at keeping their offense on the field, slowing down the other offense. And Bainbridge is a powerful offense when they get rolling, but the thing is they have to get rolling. And when they're off the field for that long, it's really hard to come out and perform at the highest level. A lot of life in this Pius crowd. Bainbridge just waiting for their team to come out with a big play and perform.
36-yard line, Brennan Garrison on the bottom of the screen. Griffin Thomas up on the right. Njoku and Holloman still the running backs. Egan under center. He's going to give it to Lawson Cooper right up the middle, who's going to be dropped for maybe a yard. Looks like he got right back to the line of scrimmage. So no pickup on that carry. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 4 now for the Golden Lions. Gary Gooden and Nicky Williamson coming in at the wide receiver position, both splitting out to the left side. Williamson's at the bottom of the screen. Both seniors. Egan under center. He's going to give it to Holloman, sweeping around the right side. He's got good blocks. Solid block there by Gary Gooden on the outside. He's going to give Holloman the opportunity to pick up the first down, and he will. He's going to be taken down at about the 27-yard line. It'll be a first down for the Golden Lions, moving the chains closer and closer to the end zone.
That is Grant Holman's third down conversion of this drive alone. So he's really helping out this team right now.
Golden Lions haven't scored a touchdown on offense yet. They're looking like they're having a good drive thus far. 2 tight ends in the game. It's like John Evan Lauder's again going to be flexed out a few feet on the right side. You can see him at the top of the screen. Olin Broadway on the left. And Egan's going to keep it around the right side and cut up the middle for a pickup of about 3 on the carry. Hard-fought yards again. He's really getting knocked around tonight.
Yeah, he's taking it for the team. He knows every yard that we can get is helpful.
You know,
the point is to not lose yardage against this Bainbridge defense, and because that's what they're known for. They're known for taking away, and if you give anything to them, they'll take it and multiply it by 100.
Egan, a really, really tough player. One of the few offensive starters who's started every single game of the season. Really, most everyone's been out at least one game, be it Holloman or Njoku or Lawson Cooper. Cooper now taking the snap, and he's going to power through some defenders, running right over number 27, Damian Pierce, on defense.
So another first down for the Lions. I think this is their first drive, or second drive of the night to get into the red zone.
Number 29, Damian Pierce, excuse me. Well, that's a first down from the senior fullback, so ball's at the 15-yard line, it looks like, 1st and 10.
Their first attempt into the red zone ended in a field goal, so hoping to improve upon that in this drive.
Still 2 tight ends in the game, Broadway and Lauder. Eric Long will be snapping the ball to him. He's going to keep it and pitch it to Holloman around the left side, who's going to break past the defender, pick up about 3 on the play.
Look as if that was Njoku. He got about a yard on that play.
Excuse me. Holloman's got number 3. Njoku's got 31. When they're running, sometimes it gets a little mixed up.
Yeah, I think last week Holloman had 31 on, and this week it's Njoku.
True.
So a little bit confusing, but like we were saying earlier, Njoku's really improved upon his working on that pitch this season. Remember he fumbled one earlier in the year, and I think he had a talking to with himself and really decided to learn to catch that ball, and he's done a great job thus far.
2nd and 9 attempt, but the Golden Lions will call a timeout. They only have 1 left now. The Bearcats still have 2. Goal lines really do want to get it in the end zone on this one. And we're now being updated that we are now back in sync finally with the live game, courtesy of Mr. Len Boyer, who's been really helpful throughout the entire season, updating us on the webcast performance as well as scores and whatnot from around the state. So we're very thankful for that. Again, if you would like to see any of the first and second or third quarters that you guys were unable to see because of the technical difficulties we were experiencing, the game will be available on demand this weekend, so you guys can tune in later at your pleasing and watch what you would like in much higher quality, I'll tell you that.
It sounds as if, just an update, Woodward is up 35-7 on Marist right now. So that game, they seem to be pulling away. A likely competitor that we'll be seeing if we can pull this game out.
And yeah, last I heard, Buford was shutting Thompson out 35-0. Egan under center, 2 tight ends in the game. Njoku's going to be coming around in motion. He's going to get the ball again around the left side. He's going to push forward. It's finally shoved out of bounds. Pickup of about 5 on that carry, I'd say. Maybe 2 or 3 yards shy of a first down. 4 yards shy of a first down, it looks like. Ball's going to be placed at the 9-yard line. Yes, 9-yard line.
So a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Two tight ends still in the game. 3rd and 4 for the Golden Lions, the 9-yard line. That's Holloman now in motion. He's going to try to cut up, working his hardest to get the first down. He's going to be pushed down just shy, I've got to say, maybe a yard away from the first down marker.
I don't think there's any question that Coach Sharon's going to go for this one. This late in the game and this close to making it a 2-possession game. I think he really wants to pull this one out. Doesn't look like he's going to be sitting on the kicking team.
Yeah, they're at least going to try a hard count to pull the defense off sides.
And if not, I'd expect it and this one to Lawson Cooper and just drive it up the middle.
I'd agree with you. It looks like there's going to be a timeout called, however, by the Golden Lions. That's their last of the game, so no more timeouts available for the Golden Lions with 9 minutes and 9 seconds still left in the game. It's an interesting decision, I've got to say.
Well, I will
especially
say,
with a game this close.
Coach Standard is
he does know what he's doing.
He really uses his timeouts effectively. They don't usually go to waste. There have been a few odd timeouts called throughout the season, but generally he just gets the team together and he calls them on crucial plays where that's going to decide the game. And I think he's just trying to avoid later on in the game having to use those timeouts to come with a fourth quarter run back for the victory. I think he likes to win the game before it's over.
All right. Golden Lions, their final timeout, 9 minutes, 9 seconds left on the clock, still leading 10-6, hoping to put up a touchdown on the board. It's a 4th down, 1 yard to go away from the first down. Got to make it to the 5-yard line. 2 tight ends in the game. Cooper is lined up directly behind Reed Egan. He'll take the snap. Is going to go pitched around the left side to Njoku, who's going to push past the first down marker. Shoved out of bounds at the 3-yard line, but that'll be good for the first down. Brand new set of downs for the Golden Lions with just 3 yards to go away from the end zone.
And
a dominant drive from the Golden Lions.
A good improvement on their last 4th down try, having not converted that one, but that one was crucial right there. Needed it. And now they've got about a yard or 2 left to get in the end zone. Oh, it looks as if it's 3 yards. So stopped on the 3-yard line. They've got 4 downs to get in the end zone, and I think they'll be able to do it.
Egan under center. 2 tight ends. That's Njoku on the carry. He's going to push it through, powering through the line of scrimmage for a Golden Lions touchdown.
And the second touchdown of the night for Nakim Njoku. After that return punt, he runs this one in for the touchdown. So after we saw a big performance last week out of Ryan Walsh, we're now seeing one out this week out of Nakim Njoku.
Filling in for Ryan Walsh after he went down with an injury.
Yeah, so a great night. And the Lions are now approaching a lead of 11 points. Nick Jones were to get this one through the uprights. Currently leading them 16-6.
You said Jones has not made only 1 kick.
So
and that'll be with the majority as it goes right through the uprights. And another point on the board for the senior kicker.
And also over the locker room of the Bearcats.
Again, into the parking lot. I'm very fearful for the poor cars over there. Really hoping no windshields are getting smashed up too bad.
Yeah, when a superhuman like Nick Jones is kicking the ball, you want to watch out.
Yeah, they've got a net up, but it really only gets to about as high as the field goal, and with Nick Jones kicking, that's not nearly high enough.
Oh yeah, Nick Jones is known for kicking the ball outrageously high. Does a good job at it though. We'll see. He hasn't had any touchbacks thus far, except for I think last time the player actually knocked it in to the end zone. So attempting to get his first true touchback of the night.
Yeah, he has struggled a little bit kicking kickoffs tonight, which is a little bit uncharacteristic of him. We'll see, like Tripp said, in just a few moments whether or not he's able to get this one in the end zone. Pierce and Story deep to receive the kick. Story's at the bottom of the screen. Pierce is up on the top.
And this one
is going to soar.
That was slaughtered to the back of the end zone.
Just about a few feet away from the back of the end zone. So that is a healthy touchback for the senior kicker. Finally finding that sweet spot. First time of the night. Bring the ball out to the 20-yard line where the Bearcats will take it with 8 minutes and 36 seconds remaining in the game.
Yeah, that was a great kick, and that's more of what we're used to seeing from Nick Jones.
Sir. So Bearcats, they've really got to get a touchdown here on this drive, especially considering the amount of time left. They've got to get a touchdown and then get the ball back quickly from the Golden Lions if they really want to move forward in the playoffs.
Even if they were to get the touchdown, we all know how long the Lions would be able to drive the ball.
Exactly.
So
that's 2 tight ends on the left side. It's going to be handed to Pierce, who's going to cut around to the left side now. He's going to be hit by number 3. Grant Holloman taken down for a pickup of about 6 or 7 on the carry.
Yeah, Damian Pierce really just having more of an average night. He hasn't had any large breakaway runs.
He's had lots and lots of short average runs. In the first quarter alone, he had 84 yards of 86 total offensive yards for the Bearcats.
Yeah,
rushing yards, that is.
He's really just having just kind of pounding the ball up there every time. That one looks to be handed off to number 4, Karinsky Williams.
Was eaten up in the backfield by several Golden Lion defenders. Winston Ostricker was in there on that one. Bring up a short 3rd down, 3rd and 2 for the Bearcats. Ball is placed at the 28-yard line. They got to make it to the 30. Tyler Story split out on the right side, as well as Zion McGee. McGee is at the bottom of the screen. He's going to be handed to Pierce going around the left side. He's got room up the sideline. He's breaking free at the 40-yard line, cutting across the field now. He's going all the way in for the touchdown, being chased down from behind, but he's not going to be able to be caught all the way into the end zone for a touchdown. That is number 29, Damian Pierce.
Well, Joe, just after we were saying he was having a mediocre night, what do you think Damian Pierce does? He goes out and breaks away for a nearly 75-yard touchdown. So a great run from the sophomore all the way back to the end zone. They can get this one. You know, Joe, they might be attempting a 2-point conversion on this one.
I'm not shocked by that considering the difficulties they've had with extra points thus far. Snap's going to be taking the shotgun. He's been tossing it to the right side. It's going to be tipped, however, by Garrett Gooden, so that's not going to be 2 points off the board. Still trailing by 5 points. A touchdown will put them in the lead, however.
So we'll see whether or not they attempt an onside kick. I don't think they would with 7 minutes and 13 seconds, but you never know. I think they also have the knowledge of how long Pius can drive the ball. So we'll see.
So suddenly a much closer game than it was just a few seconds ago, as the Bearcats are now trailing by just 5 points. Golden Lions got to put up, really a field goal will put them again a 2-score game, excuse me. Golden Lions preparing to receive the kickoff. What troubles me is that they've been on offense for a long time now this half. And despite all the training and conditioning, it's tough not to get a little tired out on the field after playing for nearly an entire half, really, if you want to think about it.
It is true.
All of the drives that the Bearcats have been relatively short.
But, you know, Coach Peduzzi really trains them hard, and I think they're prepared for moments like this. Worked all summer and all fall, not to mention even some of last spring, to get ready for moments like this.
Old Dacre preparing to kick the ball away. Thomas is again deep to receive. Guy that we haven't seen deep to receive really at all this year. This is his first time. As going to be, looks like probably a pooch off to the right side. He's going to be caught by Nakim Njoku, who's going to fair catch it. So that ball's going to be placed at the 22-yard line, it looks like, as the Golden Lions prepare for this offensive drive with 7 minutes and 12 seconds left on the clock.
So we got a drive coming up ahead of them that I think will be decisive in this game. If they can get it to result in either a touchdown or a field goal, they have a pretty good chance at winning this game. I think the main goal here is going to be taking off as much time as possible from the clock.
Keeping the ball on the ground, yeah. Brandon Garrison on the top of the screen. Griffin Thomas down at the bottom. Egan under center. Take the snap and give it to Lawson Cooper right at the middle. He's going to power forwards for like 3 yards.
3 yards. That is a characteristic Lawson Cooper run. Everything you would expect from him.
And they're going to place him between the 24 and 25-yard line, so about 2.5 yards on the rush there. 2nd and 7.5 for the Golden Lions.
7.5.
Brennan Garrison split off at the top of the screen. Njoku and Holloman, the running backs. Holloman lined up behind Egan with Lawson Cooper. It's again going to be kept by Egan coming around the right side, but he's going to be dropped in the backfield following a heavy rush by number 45. That's Elzamar Williams, a senior linebacker, so that's going to be a loss of a couple yards, bring the ball just behind the 22-yard line. So 3rd and long for the Golden Lions. They're going to bring the 3 receivers out. Griffin Thomas, Brennan Garrison. Excuse me, just 2 receivers. Griffin Thomas and Brennan Garrison.
A crucial pass coming out for them.
They're both going to split out onto the left side. Garrison lined up above Thomas. Egan's under center. We'll take the snap, and he's going to go around the right side to Grant Holloman, but he doesn't have much room to run. He's going to dive over some defenders, but not have enough for the first down. Bringing it out to the 29-yard line or so. It's going to be short of the first down by about 4 yards. There's going to be a place at about the 28. Excuse me, so about 4th and 4 for the Golden Lions. It looks like Nick Jones is in to punt the ball away. A little bit too dangerous of field position to justify going for it here.
Yeah, not only that, but I do not expect a fake punt here. I think they got to get this ball away, and they got to trust their defense to stop the ball.
They've done it before. Nick Jones at the 14-yard to kick it away Tyler Story's going to line up at the 40.
A large kick here.
It's a good kick, high and hanging.
A booming
all the way down
kick.
to the 30-yard line. Somebody return there, and he's going to drop. His knee's going to come down at the 25-yard line. A great kick there. So after returner's knee came down at the 25-yard line, he's going to be spotted there. Bearcats are going to take it. With 4 minutes and 48 seconds left on the clock, they're down by 5. It's a huge drive for the Bainbridge offense.
Yeah, not only that, but this is a crucial drive. If they do not convert this one, in all likelihood, that'll be the end of the game. And a field goal will not be good here. They need to score a touchdown.
Story is at the bottom of the screen with McGee, and Pierce is going to take it going around the left side. He's going to be hit hard about 4 yards past the line of scrimmage, taken down there about the 28-yard line. Maybe just pick up a 3 on that one, so 2nd and 7 for the Bearcats. Story and Clark Wiggins up on the right side of the field with McGee on the bottom. Pierce will again take it right up the middle. He's going to break past the first line, but he's going to be dragged down finally at the 40-yard line by some Golden Lions.
The Lions are going to have to keep the middle almost out of any they need to stop the middle. It can't be an option for the Bainbridge Bearcats to go up there, and they did that there, and it shouldn't even be in their thought process that they can go through the middle, because that should basically be your safe zone. You don't want to let anything go up there, because your second and third lines are not expecting that. They're expecting the outside, and if you leave that open.
Again, going around the right side now, it's number 8 on the carry. Another pickup of about 3 yards. Malik Pate, a secondary running back for the Bearcats. Maybe a 2-yard pickup on that one, shorter than we thought. So 2nd and 8 for the Bearcats at the 42-yard line.
The clock's
ticking. 3 minutes and 27 seconds. They do have 2 timeouts still left in the game. Golden Lions do not have any timeouts. 2 receivers on either side. McLaughlin in the backfield in the shotgun. He'll take the snap there. He's going to hand it right up the middle. He's going to find a couple yards before being taken down at the 44 or 45-yard line. Pick up of another 3 or so yards.
The Lions had better coverage in the middle there, and
3rd and 5.
Stifled that one. Only give him about 3 or so yards on the play.
3rd and 5 for the Bearcats here. Big 3rd down situation. 2 receivers on either side. Story is at the bottom with Wiggins and McGann, and the tight end split out up on the left. McLaughlin will take it in the shotgun. He's going to toss it quickly to the left side to the tight end. He's going to make the reception. He's going to drop the ball. Look like it's fallen on by Story. Number 23. That's McGee. So
Zion McGee with the recovery. That could have been a huge play.
They're going to call it a fumble as opposed to an incomplete pass, so that will move the chains out to the 46-yard line. Wiggins and Story, the bottom of the screen, McLaughlin's going to toss it again to the left side into traffic. Story's going to catch it at the 40-yard line, push out of bounds there. So they're going to spot it about the 39. 2 minutes and 18 seconds left on the clock.
The clock's still winding down.
Yeah, he was unable to get out of bounds there, so just about 2 minutes left now.
Well, Pius has got to be thinking now, we want to get the ball back. This is a precarious situation. Only 2 minutes left, and if Bainbridge were to score, leave nearly no time.
McLaughlin's going to look for a pass on the left side. He's going to throw it deep, but he has no receivers. It's very, very deep. That was thrown to McGee, but overthrown by about 5 or so yards. He's going to make a 3rd and 3 for the Bearcats at the 39-yard line with 1 minute 47 seconds left. The incomplete pass will stop the clock.
You know, the one thing that was helpful about that ball dropping was it did stop the clock, so they still have 1 minute and 47 seconds left. Pius really needs to get the stop here. Although this is probably 2 down territory for them at this point. So
definitely
they need two good plays in a row.
McGee and Story at the bottom of the screen. He's going to go to Pierce around the left side. He's looking for somewhere to run, and he's going to break free up the sideline, cutting across the field again, all the way into the end zone for a Bearcats touchdown. 1 minute 44 seconds left on the field.
Just after we were saying Damian Pierce was having a mediocre night, he comes with back-to-back touchdowns against Pius, and now the Bearcats looking at a 2 or 3 point lead, depending on whether or not they attempt a PAT or a 2-point conversion.
Looks like they're going to be going for the PAT originally, but there's going to be a timeout called, it looks like. Bearcats taking their second timeout. They've got 1 left. Golden Lions will only have 1 minute 44 seconds left once they get the ball back with no timeouts.
You know, Joe, Reed Egan has one chance here to get it all the way back to the end zone, and that's where he shined last year against teams like Woodward or Marist.
You know, Tripp, all they really need, they only need a field goal. Regardless of how many points the Bearcats put up on the board. If they go for 2 and make the 2, the field goal will tie it up. But if they only go for 1 point, then they'll win with a field goal.
And despite that,
it's still tough.
Yeah, they got to get it back to at least about the 30-yard line or so.
Jones has got good range, but looks like they're going to be going for 2. Or no, excuse me, they're going to be going for the extra point, it looks like. No, they're going for 2.
Yeah,
I take that back again.
They are going for 2. They know the accuracy of Nick Jones.
McLaughlin
don't want to risk it.
In the shotgun, dropping back, and he's going to toss it to the left side. That's Story going up for it, but he's going to bring it down. No, it's no good.
No good.
Looks like he was unable to come down inbounds. Great coverage there from Grant Holloman. So it is a 1-point game. Bearcats leading by 1 point, 18-17, with 1 minute 44 seconds left on the clock. Golden Lions have one final drive to put some points up on the board before this contest is over. The entire town of Bainbridge going crazy in their side of the stadium. Golden Lions in support of their team.
Well, Joe, this is the decision maker. This is where you really find out the team that Pius has become. 10 straight wins in a row. And that is all credit to how well they have performed consistently. They need it here, and they were able to get games like this done last year, but definitely calling this one close. They probably need to get it inside the 30-yard line to have an attempt at a field goal.
Oldacre preparing to kick the ball away. Holloman, Njoku, and Thomas all deep to receive. Oldacre's kick is going to be returnable. Griffin Thomas is going to take it up the middle. He's at the 30-yard line and pushing forwards all the way down to the 34. A good return from the senior. His first kick return of the year.
Yeah, it was a good return, and minute and 36 seconds left on the clock. This one's coming down to the wire. 18-17.
So Reed Egan's going to take it from there. I said no timeouts left in the game for the Golden Lions. So their really only hope of stopping the clock is moving the chains or getting out of bounds or spiking the ball. Or the 34-yard line.
They're going to be running that 2-minute offense that they ran so effectively last year in pressure situations like that.
Egan in the shotgun, dropping back, looking for a pass to the right. He's going to toss it. It's going to be low. Oh, and there's a very late hit. There's going to be no call on that one. but an incredibly late hit on Grant Holloman, at least a second after the play was over. Bringing up a 2nd and 10 for the Golden Lions. That was vicious.
Yeah, I've never seen a call that I thought should be called so blatantly, but apparently I don't think a ref saw that. If they had, I feel like they would have called that instantly.
2nd and 10 now for the Golden Lions. Minute and 30 seconds left. Garrison's at the bottom of the screen. Gooden and Bresnahan up on the top. Egan looking for someone to pass the ball, but he's going to be dropped in backfield. He's going to get the pass off, it looks like. He attempted to toss it to Njoku, but he was unable to get it off in time, and it's going to fall incomplete. 3rd and 10. Golden Lions with a minute and 19 left in the game. Very heads-up play from the senior quarterback, as being sacked would have kept the play going. They said he got a forward pass in, so he stopped the clock. 2 downs to pick up 10 yards. Egan in the shotgun. Dropping back again. Very deep. Going to talk to Holloman, the 30-yard line. The ball's going to pop out, but it's going to be caught by Brady Winsky, who's going to be taken down at the line of scrimmage. Holloman is down on the field, clutching at a wrist. He got hit very hard. Yeah, you can imagine the shock on Brady Winsky's face when the ball fell into his hands.
Yeah, Brady, an offensive lineman who I don't think has ever seen or touched a ball in his entire life. Now coming up with that big fumble recovery, but leaves the Lions one more opportunity to convert for the first down.
Grant Holloman still down on the field after being hit very hard. Walk it off. It looks like it's one of his hands, maybe a wrist. Well, he's also limping. Fourth down, 11 yards for the first. Minute and 1 second left on the clock. They've got to pick it up here, or the game is over, trailing by 1 point here in the fourth quarter in Bainbridge High School. Michael Bresnan and Garrett Gooden up on the right side. Brennan Garrison on the left. It's like the clock should have been running, but wasn't. The referees are going to come on the field and make sure the clock was running, because it wasn't. So there it goes, now taken away, under a minute left. Egan will take the snap in the shotgun. He's driving back, curling around to the right, looking for a pass. He's going to toss it down the middle. 47 seconds left, the chain's going to move. That was Garrett Gooden with the reception at the 50-yard line. If they can move the ball about 20 yards in the next 47 seconds, it sets up a possible field goal situation. Looks like he's going to spike it there with 45 seconds left on the clock to bringing up a second down. A very, very clutch fourth down reception there from Garrett Gooden.
Yeah, Joe, if that ends up leading towards a drive that could result in a field goal, that could be the down that saves the
Game
season.
Of the play.
Yeah,
Game
that
of
is
the week for sure.
The play of the week, yeah, definitely. It was extremely clutch. I don't realize if any viewers realize how important that was. That would have been the end of the game right there if that had not been converted.
Gooden and Bresnahan on the right side. Garrison on the left. Egan's going to be taking it under center at the 50-yard line. Taking it and dropping back, looking for a quick pass. It's going to be Garrett Gooden on the right side. Going to take it out of bounds at the 44-yard line, so stopping the clock with 40 seconds left on the clock. Edging closer and closer into field goal territory. Meg Rose has got a long kick. I think his longest this season is 43 yards.
Yeah, and there's no question that he can get it around the 50-yard mark, but in terms of accuracy, you definitely want to get that around the 30-yard line. So they just need to edge it as close as possible, and then their last opportunity, get the field goal.
Gooden and Bresnahan on the right, Garrison on the left, Egan under center. Take the snap there. He's going to hand it to Lawson Cooper, running right up the middle to the 40-yard line. The clock's not going to stop. 35 seconds and counting. Going to line up as quickly as possible. There's something happening on the sidelines. St. Pius fans are unhappy with where the ball, what's happening here, because they feel like the chains should have moved and the clock should have stopped when the first down was picked up. Instead, 10 seconds rolled off the clock there. Very controversial timekeeping right now. They're going to bring the chains out to see if he picked the first down up or not. Ball is placed right about at the 40-yard line. Looks like it's going to be enough for the first down. So the chains will move. Ball's at the 40-yard line now with 28 seconds left on the clock.
Well, Joe, I believe they're going to have to move that back a little bit. It looks as if the clock had about 36 seconds when the first down was made. So we'll see what they do here.
What they do with the clock. It should be moved back. You're right, Tripp. Coach Standard is coming out on the field telling the referees just that, pointing up at the scoreboard saying, this ball should, the clock should be, there should be another 8 seconds on the clock. Nearly at midfield now.
It looks as if they got what they were wanting. We'll see what happens.
Egan and Standard talking. Coach Standard is about 7 yards in field right now. He's got to get off the field, unfortunately. 34 seconds up on the clock they're going to put it at after the conversation with the referee. Egan under center. The clock is ticking with 30 seconds left. I don't know if Egan realizes the clock is moving. So it's going to be sacked. Wow. An impressive play there defensively, jumping over the line of scrimmage. Egan's going to take the ball here and just try to spike it. He will. There's 13 seconds left on the clock. The ball is at the 42-yard line. A perfectly designed defensive play there, diving over the line of scrimmage just as the snap was being made.
Well, they're definitely not within range for Nick Jones. They need a
another 10 yards
play right here. Yeah, they need another 10 yards at least.
It's third down, so they've got 2 plays.
They have to get this one out of bounds because they do not have any timeouts.
There's 13 seconds left on the clock. 13.8. 2 receivers on the left, 1 on the right. Regan in the shotgun. He'll take the snap there. He's curling around, looking to his left. He's going to toss it. He's going to soar out of bounds with 7 seconds left on the clock. So really, they've only got 1 play left.
Yeah.
And Nick Jones is going to be coming onto the field now.
I cannot believe if this kick was made.
This will be definitely a career long for Nick Jones.
This would be the most incredible kick I've ever seen if he makes this. This is nearly a 60-yard attempt from Nick Jones.
Kicking from the 44-yard line is the senior Nick Jones.
This is a 58-yard attempt from Nick Jones.
Looks like the Bearcats are going to take their final timeout of the game as the Golden Lions line up to keep the ball away with 7.3 seconds left on the clock. This is the last shot the Golden Lions have at coming away with the victory in this game regardless. Nick Jones in a nearly impossible situation, nearly 60-yard kick. He's got quite a leg, but for even a professional kicker, this is saying something.
Yeah, I think anyone that can make a 58-yard field goal at any point during any game at any level, especially at the high school level, this is putting a lot of pressure on Nick Jones. Wow, I'm in utter shock. I cannot believe that he's about to do this. If he makes this, this will go down in history as the greatest kick of all time from, wow, this is amazing.
Reed Egan will be receiving the snap and holding the kick for Nick Jones, making his approach from the opposite 48-yard line. Snap is good. The kick is up. The kick is good. The kick is The kick was no good. The referees are going to call it no good. And the clock will tick down to the minute, 3 seconds, 1 second left on the clock, and that'll be it for the Golden Lions tonight. Nick Jones, incredible kick there, just shy of the uprights. We were all sure that it was through. I don't really know what the referees were seeing down there, but it was very close regardless. A heck of a Golden Lions season coming to an end here as the Bearcats pull away with the victory 18-17.
Yeah, they take it at the 20.
Yeah.
Looks like it was a little bit, the kick was a little bit far left. An impossible kick to make truly for really near any player. And that'll be game. Bearcats pulling away the last couple minutes. 18-17. In the third round of the Georgia High School State Playoffs. Heartbreaking loss here for the Golden Lions. They truly fought all 4 quarters. It was really any team's game.
Yeah, that was
heartbreaking.
It really was. And it seemed like they might have had it when they went up 17-6, but those 2 incredible runs from Damian Pierce really helped the Bearcats run away with the victory. So now the Lions finish their season 10-3, and Bearcats advancing to 13-0 and the 4th round of the playoffs.
They'll be facing Cartersville most likely next week. Not much you can say about this game other than it was absolutely incredible this season. Golden Lions working through so much. A truly, truly tremendous season from these Golden Lions, especially the seniors, experiencing so many setbacks offensively and defensively with so many injuries coming to so many very important players and truly leaders on this team. So many people had to step up and make plays. And truly feeling for this team right now is nearly come away with a victory here, but just not enough.
Yeah, it was a great season.
Not much more you can say.
I mean, the amount of setbacks that Pius went throughout the season, and to be able to come this far was incredible. Losing guys at different points like Chris Benjamin, Chris McNulty. For a while there, London Lewis was out. For a week or 2 there, Michael Bresnahan was out. And then just to be able to get through all of that and continue to be the team that they were and do as well as they did, it was amazing. They really put their heart and souls into this. And to all the seniors, we just want to say thank you for however much time you spent at Pius, whether it was from starting all the way back in 6th grade in middle school to whether it was your freshman or sophomore, for even Tieran Hegarty this year. So they did a great job and fought with all they had.
To you guys, especially all our viewers, we would love to give an incredibly large thank you for letting us announce for you guys this year. It was truly a blessing, truly an honor coming into this year. It was Tripp and I's both first time, and I think we can say that it was so much more incredible an experience than we even thought it could ever be. We are so very incredibly thankful. I can't believe this is the last time I'm going to be talking to you guys. I'll have to give an incredibly huge shout out to the entire crew here working through 13 games with us, working so incredibly hard to make it as incredible as a show as we could for you guys. Thank you so much, each and every one of you guys, senior leaders, Chris Desmelik, leading the troops, making sure everything was in the right place. Javi Rodriguez doing an incredible job, as well as Jeremy Roberts. These guys working so hard to get this to you guys. Thank you so much for listening to us tonight and all the other nights. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you.
Thank you all for listening, and unfortunately this time we will not see you next week, but we'll see you next year.
Go Golden Lions.